Tonight, guests at Disneyland can now get a shoulder chubby for just $22.99, which, believe it or not, is cheaper than getting a chubby on your shoulder on OBT. The Betty Boop store closed at Islands of Adventure, meaning those looking for Betty Boop merchandise will now need to head over to the 1940s. Oh, boy. Avis is now the official car rental company of Disneyland Paris, and all of their cars are smoke-free. Not free of smoke, that means you're free to smoke in them. Just go for it. You've read WDW News Today. Now it's time for WDW News Tonight.
Live from WDWNT Celebration near the Walt Disney World Resort, it's WDW News Tonight with Tom Corliss and Nicholas Cicero. Tonight, WDWNT March Madness 2023 begins to decide what is the greatest food item at Walt Disney World. The wonderful world of psychotic comments, the music of Piano Rob, and more. I'm Nicholas Cicero. Now, here's your host, Tom Corliss.
What was that?
Whoa.
What's that? Someone didn't show up for work. I don't know.
Uh-oh.
There's just an unattended bottle of bourbon. Well, hopefully someone will see to that unattended bottle of bourbon at some point.
Wow.
Hello, I'm Tom Corliss, and there's a sausage in my intestines. Please, I'm joking. I've been to the bathroom since then. Please hit the like button. Subscribe, and if you're really enjoying this nonsense, you can leave a super chat. Your donations will be used to buy overpriced barbecue to review. Yes. I know we talked to the audience before the show. A lot of you have been to the Roundup Rodeo barbecue today, right? Yeah. A whole lot of people went. Yeah, that's great. We'll talk about it more later. Nick, how's it going?
Doing good. Excited for today.
Are you?
I guess. That's what I'm supposed to say, right?
Do you even know what we're doing on the show tonight?
Apparently not. I came in
Is it like news to you every time you read the intro? Is that like, oh, we're doing that tonight? I had no idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're doing food items? Wow.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
This is I'm going to tell a real story right now about before the show tonight. Nick shows up and there's a fryer. There's a fryer on a table over there. And Nick goes, I wasn't supposed to cook anything tonight, was I? And I decide, oh, I know Nick. There's no way if I told him he's supposed to cook something tonight, he wouldn't believe it. So I'm just like, yeah, you don't remember? I said, you're making lumpia tonight. And he seriously had a moment where he freaked out. It was like, what am I doing? What was that? No, he's not. Someone else is going to use that fryer tonight, Nick, so don't worry.
But Sabrina invited me to help her cook cheese. I'm going to be her assistant chef.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Where is Sabrina? We are not liable for any burns or injuries. Yeah. Anyway. Rob, how's it going?
It's going good, man.
Yeah?
It's going good.
You playing a lot of weddings coming up? I've been watching your TikToks, and I just see...
I follow the trends, man. I do what the kids are doing.
The kids are getting married? Is that
I guess they're not... So they are. The kids are getting married.
No one on this show, but
they're planning. They're planning them for 10 years from now, probably.
So what do they want? You've done what? Spectro, someone asked?
Spectro, Magic Wishes, and Happily Ever After so far.
Nighttime shows, right?
Yeah.
But I told you if I get married, I want Mystic Marriage.
Yes, you told me you want Mystic Marriage. That's what he told me.
Oh, boy. But then we learned it doesn't work as a...
It sounds like a very sad wedding song.
I mean, if you're getting married to me, I mean... Anyway. Oh, man. Anyway. We have a show.
Yeah?
A long show.
And we all lived through Roundup Rodeo Barbecue to see this, so
yeah.
We should probably do the show. Before that, let's see what's happening this week on Disney+. I threw Jake off by putting it this early. This week, tune in for Chippendales Rescue Rangers. Oh, you're laughing? You're like, I didn't know you were going to do it? I love that Desi pitched this and then is sitting here crying going, I didn't think you'd actually do it. Have you not watched this show before? Have you seen the thing? We built a person out of toilet paper. And then we had Lucas stand there with a leaf blower and blow toilet paper at me. Do you remember that? I do. Anyway. We had Sabrina fake hit by a car, and the car had eyes and a cigarette. And a Ouija board in the back seat. That we didn't put there, though. That we did not do. Anyway, God. Should we do the news? News. There we go. Wow. I still can't believe people show up and scream that.
That's my favorite.
The dumbest show. Walt Disney World cast, you know what's not dumb? Walt Disney World cast members finally won in negotiations for a pay raise. How about that? Yeah. Yeah. And if the contract is ratified by the union, the minimum wage will increase to $18 per hour, or the price of a Mickey balloon. So that's what they waited for. They all need it. They didn't need food. Everyone just needs a Mickey balloon. Make everything better. And all the cast members will also receive a minimum of a $5.50 raise over the next 5 years under the new agreement, which isn't bad considering that's less time than it took them to build Tron. So it's pretty good. Voting will take place on March 29th to ratify the new contract. That's great. That means Harmonious, Enchantment, and the $15 minimum wage are all going away in the same week. What a time to be alive. It's great. Oh, man. Roundup Rodeo Barbecue, we talked about this, opened today in Toy Story Land at Hollywood Studios. And the restaurant simulates that you're eating inside a cardboard box, whereas at Tony's, they serve it to you. Cardboard Alfredo. That and the steak Alfredo, my two favorites. The weirdest part, though, I know some of you went today, I'm sure you experienced this, the weirdest part has to be they have these audio announcements that play where it seems like maybe a character is going to come out or some event is supposed to happen and then it doesn't happen. I don't know if you guys saw, there's one that's like Andy's coming and everybody freezes. There's another one, Partysaurus Text, where there's like a dance party. This is the weirdest one, though. Jake, you have that clip? I want to play this weird one for people.
It's roundup time, y'all. Look around the dining room and see those chairs that are laying around. There's a loose stool over in the corner. Go ahead and grab them and round them up, y'all. Oh, yeah. You come to Woody's Roundup Rodeo Barbecue, you bound to get loose stool. Dinner time.
Yeah, it's super weird. I don't know. And like the kids chase the stool around the restaurant. I don't know. It was weird. A portfolio shared by a former Imagineer, Damon Pressman, showed off the unseen concept art for the proposed Mary Poppins attraction at Epcot. Yeah. One piece of art showed guests spinning around indoors in teacups amidst an English countryside background similar to the Royal Dalton Bowl sequence from Mary Poppins Returns. Yeah, the innovation of the Chapek era. What if we put the outdoor rides inside? Can you imagine that? That'd be great. And if only there were good scenes in the original Mary Poppins film to use for a ride. Man, then they wouldn't have to use the sequel, right? Oh. Bob Chapek famously brought Dick Van Dyke out on stage to announce this attraction at the D23 Expo. Yeah, to announce the indoor teacup ride. I don't have a joke, I just thought that was funny. That Dick Van Dyke was driven to Anaheim to announce the indoor teacup ride. Man. The annual, I mean, he could ride it. The annual Out and Equal Workplace Summit, which boasts itself as the largest LGBTQ plus conference in the world, will be hosted this year at Walt Disney World. They cited the friendliness of the staff and the quality of the facilities, and mostly the tap water, as the reason for having it at Walt Disney World. Oh, man. People are explaining the joke to each other in the crowd. The sign of success, Eric. We did it. They're explaining to each other what the joke meant. Oh, boy. 50th anniversary decor. Don't worry, I've got one that's a little more lowbrow for us. Hold on. This one will be all of our speed. 50th anniversary decor has been removed from the Vault store, the Five and Dime, at Disney's Hollywood Studios, which is ironic because that's what Disney spent on the decor. Yeah, see? We got him back. Oh, man. The music of the reimagined Toontown is coming to streaming services tomorrow, but sadly it'll automatically be locked at playing on the highest possible volume. So enjoy that. I don't know if people watch the review and stuff, but the music in the land has been very loud. It's blaring. In fact, guests and cast members have been concerned about the volume. You got to keep moving the teleprompter, please. Yeah, so like cast and guest members have been complaining about the audio volume. I mean, they didn't verbally complain. It's Toontown, so just smoke came out of their ears. But you could tell they were annoyed. No worse joke. All right, fine. Polynesian guest. You're too late. You can't play it once I've started the next joke. That breaks the rules. Polynesian guests have taken to social media to criticize the choreography of the Moana section of the Magic Happens Parade, which recently returned to Disney. Oh no, Rob got overlaid.
What? No, come on. Just getting into it. Why'd you stop? I was learning the hula.
Why
Nick wanted
did
to
she stop?
Nick wanted to find out how far she'll go.
Nick.
Oh boy.
Nick, why do people think you're creepy? Also, Nick, why did she stop? Oh man. You know, the Moana Hoop-de-Doo musical review. It probably almost happened. It's a good thing we got rid of Chapek when we did. Yeah. Boy. I had more to read, but yeah, the rest of the story is they're offended because it's not actual hula dancing. Yeah, that's it.
It seemed like hula to me. That was pretty close.
I didn't know the floss was hula dancing. Not aware of that. Oh boy. Recently, mainland Chinese influencers went viral for renting out Hong Kong Disneyland annual passes from other guests for discounted entry to the park. The act has gone viral and prompted Hong Kong Disneyland to pursue threats of legal action and police intervention. Oh boy. Yeah, the influencers don't believe them, though, as they know the police are busy suppressing people's freedom, so they won't be able to come at them. Oh, man. There were so many more jokes in there that we cut. With the release of a lot of, wondering what mainland Chinese influencers do. Do they unbox Canadian journalists? I don't know. Anyway, with the release of tickets and such for the Halloween Horror Nights 32, Universal also released preview merchandise that says, "See you in the fog." Of course, our own Nick Cicero is planning on taking legal action against Universal for stealing his tagline. That's the news. Who brings us the news?
This program is brought to you by WIGS, the WDWNT Inner Globe Society. Support WDWNT to get early and exclusive access to content you can't find anywhere else, including exclusive post shows for WDW News Tonight and Park Center, access to our prize wall, a monthly Zoom with Tom, access to our Discord community, early access to our events, and much more, starting at just $2 per month. For more information, visit patreon.com/WDWNT or visit WDWNT.com and click the Patreon link. Join WIGS and unlock even more WDWNT.
I assume we have a number of WIGS members here tonight. Thank you for being WIGS members. We have a post show tonight, and the post show, you have your own March Madness tournament of the 32 most infamous incidents in Walt Disney World history. So get ready for that. I am ready to fight. I am ready to fight for that lady driving down the steps. Fight for her. Oh, man. I think I had my significant other take a picture of me with the steps last week. I want a picture where it happened. Oh, boy. But tonight on this show, we are starting March Madness, where it is a fight between the 64 best food items at Walt Disney World, and we're going to try to find out which one is the absolute best. Nick, I see you're in your hoop shirt.
Yep.
So am I. We both wore hoop shirts tonight. Yeah.
Nice.
So, Rob, what are you wearing? Is that a Mickey bar?
Yeah, Mickey bar shirt.
Okay. Everyone's got food clothes. That's good. We knew. So you did know what was on the show tonight. What was that, Sabrina?
Not me.
What are you wearing?
I break out into Disney songs.
Oh. Sabrina forgot what was on the show this week. It's okay. You brought the fryer, though. That's fine. Yeah. Sabrina's going to fry some cheese. That's happening tonight.
Exciting.
And much, much more. So stick around. We got lots more coming your way tonight.
It's the medals for the 50th anniversary that made us come.
The 50th anniversary coming here for this has been awesome. All the iridescent, the medals are gorgeous. It's the Disney magic. It happens. I love it. I just love it.
I actually hate these events. I really just want the Figment medal. You've made a Figment item I have to run to get. So I guess I'm going to run. With the Mystic Manor, I love it.
It's good.
Great.
It's a good song.
Someone asked for that a couple weeks ago. You've been diligently learning.
Yeah, I've been listening. My kids, I think, hate what I have to listen to all week now. It's just on repeat. It's one thing at a time.
Do you want to tell your story you told me today about it?
Yeah, well, I was looking at it, and it just keeps changing keys very annoyingly. There's only one composer that does that. I'm like, who wrote this song? Who is this, Danny Elfman? And I looked at it. And it is Danny Elfman, of course.
Who does this guy think he is, Danny Elfman?
Yeah, we think he is.
In fact, it is.
It is Danny Elfman.
Danny Elfman, yeah. That's great. That was fantastic. I love that. Let's find out the Disney Parks Incorrect Fact of the Week. The Toontown AstroTurf has been selected as the host for next year's NFL Pro Bowl. That's where it'll be. If they get the strollers off the field. Pass interference, red stroller. Anyway, what else we got? We got more stuff. Let's look at the calendar. Let's see what's coming up on the show. Obviously, next week on the show, we are continuing our March Madness. Next week, also our season finale of News Tonight. We're then on break, and we will be, and not just on that Thursday of April 6th, we will be on break for several weeks. In fact, we will be back on June 1st, 2023. We are back with all new episodes for you. Tickets available at WDWNewsTonight.com, at least for next week's show, and then At a later date, we will put those June dates and beyond on sale. So
I
be
got
sure to
excited
join us.
when I saw that. I thought we were screening We're Back in my maxi van.
A group viewing of We're Back
Yeah.
in Nick's Maxi
Yeah, I
Van
got-
on June 1st.
Thought that was a cool idea.
Wow. Anyway, so please join us for that. Looking forward to it. Do we already have Super Chats? I saw lights. Is that correct? Yeah, let's get those because I know there will be Super Chats necessary for March Madness, so we want to keep these separate. Big Al, $1.99 for Bobby Keys. Thank you, Bobby Keys.
Yeah.
Oh, Bobby Keys, so smooth. Max Venti, $5 with the blank Super Chat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jeremy Hunter, $5. Any chance we get Haymaker and Bobby Keys to do a rendition of One Shining Moment at the end of the tournament? Eric, the number of people I've heard this week compliment your singing is ridiculous. So many people have been like, I didn't know Eric was that good of a singer. Oh my God, is he a professional? Like, everywhere I go, I've heard that this week. Yeah. People love the Spike the Bee, man. Love the Spike the Bee. Rosita J. Klein, $10. Just want to say thank you again for last week's Spike the Bee. And Eric, you have a package coming from me. It says, to Rosita from Rosita. Rosita, I don't know if you know how mail works. You typically, you write the name of who it's going to. If you don't get it, we'll explain it, she'll fix it. It's fine. But it's for Boxed In and for Eric. Don't ask. Okay. Got more? Alex Arndondo with the blank.
Yeah.
The blank Super Chat. $7. Yeah, $7. Stephen Harrington, $9.99. Thank you, Tom, and the WDWNT crew for your support in keeping that story up front and center until Disney came around to paying their cast members a livable wage. Yeah. Thank you. Very kind, very sweet. Jason Champagne or Champagne, I don't know, $7. Yeah, 7. Had his 10-year continued. Chapek was set to announce the indoor ketchup carousel at the American Adventure this April. Wow. Ketchup carousel. I don't even know what that would look like. Do you ride on, are they like knocked over ketchup bottles and you like straddle it?
Yeah, you get right in. Yeah.
What?
You get right into the bottle.
You go in the bottle?
You have the experience. Yeah, and they squeeze you out at the end. I don't know.
They squeeze you out? What? You just pitched like a whole idea for a ketchup water park. It's like a slide that comes out of the ketchup bottle.
Yeah.
Anyway. WW Mickey, $2. Robert Moana Piano.
My full name.
Sata Vision 3D Moana Rob.
No.
What happened in this chat while we were doing that bit?
Well, she slapped the Moana logo on you. Dawn 16, $10. Please wish Adam the Coaster Lover happy birthday. Well, happy birthday to Adam the Coaster Lover. The Eric Shapiro Show, $4.99. Eric Shapiro Show, Larry Elder's on after this
Right.
show, and then the Eric Shapiro Show, so stay tuned for that. 2 things. I'm glad the Moana label over everything is back for one night only. And is Nick trying to do the hula dance or the Pee Wee Herman dance? I mean, usually when women are around Nick, they scream real loud. So, you know, scream. The secret word is help. Thanks, Conky.
Wow.
Oh, man. I wish this was Magic Screen so I could jump in and just leave. Connect the dots with Magic Johnson or something. I don't know. Steve Mermelstein, $7. Yes, 7. A video segment of Tom running could simultaneously be the best and worst joke of the night. Well, I do have to start training. Those that don't know, I said I would try to sign up for the, what is the, I don't even know, is it Wine and
The
Dine?
Wine and Dine 2-course challenge.
Yeah. And so one of our reporters, Maddie, signed me up. So I'm in.
Yeah.
This is happening. Did you sign up?
Yeah.
So we're doing
We're
it.
in.
Yeah. So I'm going to start.
got
I have to
this.
go. I have to walk 3 miles and time it. I'm probably going to do that this weekend. And we're going to start from there. We're
I'm
doing
excited.
this. All for merchandise, because I need, it's a Figment thing, and I need it. I mean, that's what this is all about, right?
Yeah.
So let's do it.
That's what got me started. I wanted the Donald medal.
See?
So I did the hat. Yeah.
That ad is really true, I think,
Yeah.
for a lot of people, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Which Donald medal? Just the regular marathon?
No, it was a special one for the 15th anniversary of Donald, 2012, 2011.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
There you go. Rob, you ever done one?
Nope.
Run for fun.
Yeah, I'm going to just listen to all you people talk about it, and I'm going to sleep right through it. You can let me know how it goes.
It's usually what I said, but then they had a Figment medal. You know, Rob, if they do a Food Rocks medal,
There could be things that get me up.
see? There you
Could be
go.
things.
There you go. Alex Wu, $2.33, very specific, for Tom and Julie's entry fee for the marathon. I don't. Julie's retired? Okay.
Nah.
Julie said she did for 20 plus years. I'm taking over now. That's it. I'm going to do all of them. Sam Fritz, $4.99. Kansas State beats Michigan State in overtime, 98-93. Wait, I think I'm lost. Oh, Sam. Scott G, $2. Does Eric have an album? Yeah, there's pictures of him like as a baby, and it's very cute.
Whoa there, you blow a fuse.
Is it gone? Is it safe? God. This is the dumbest show. And people come to it, and I don't know. There's a fryer sitting over there next to Nick. I don't know what's going on.
Yep.
Rosita J. Klein, $5. There was a glitch in the system, Tom. Be nice and sweet to me. I'm just worried it's not going to get to Eric. That's all. It says it's to Rosita. Man. So that's from Rosita, right? I mean, isn't that mail fraud? I don't know. Anyway, those are the super chats. What else we got? Let's see what's available this week at your local supermarket. Sticking with the theme of I didn't think they would actually do it this week. It's one man's cream. We swear it's milk. So we broke Sabrina. Sabrina is crying. One man's cream. That's how you get a chubby on your shoulder.
Yeah.
You can take that down now. There we go. Nick, you got any psychotic comments?
I
for
sure
us?
do, Tom.
All right, let's do it.
Walt Disney presents
I don't know how to follow that, Tom.
Coffee? If you put it in.
All right, Disney Vacation Club announces Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser member-exclusive voyage with 30% discount.
Sold out.
Sold out?
Instantly.
Oh.
Sold out, yeah.
Well, William wrote in, so does this mean they can attack the character actors on board the ship and be immune to being trespassed?
Oh, is it their
Maybe.
home resort?
Maybe.
Is the Halcyon their home resort?
I don't know.
Well,
All right, next tweet, you put up, we put up a picture of Skyliner and boat. Which would you choose, Skyliner or boat? And many people replied, Dawn replied, it's a toss-up. You can find fish either way.
Dawn, on a side note, if you're watching, we need people to help write the monologue.
So good. Val wrote, Skyliner, except for when you stayed late after your family has returned to the hotel just to make your super late Guardians boarding group, only end up on a Skyliner all alone in the dark, and it stops for a solid 20 minutes, dangling precariously in the wind over Hourglass Lake.
That does sound scary.
Yes.
At
I
least-
don't know, right? It's like, what?
At least they don't have a history of crashing or anything. That's good.
You okay? Then this story, 50th anniversary decorations removed from Main Street, USA at Magic Kingdom. Main Jeff tweeted, in other news, Bob Iger farted.
That's actually what knocked down the clock.
Just, yeah, blew it all down. Yeah, that's good. Guest climbs into planter with Miss Piggy and Kermit topiaries at Epcot.
Oh, man.
Joe said they should embed poison ivy. Keep people off of there. You won't do it again. All right, and
what happened back there?
The character or the plant?
The character or the plant?
oh, poison ivy.
They don't own that yet. That's DC.
Now, I didn't run this one by Tom yet, so
Uh-oh.
I don't know if
Oh, boy.
well, no, I just like so I don't know if it's okay to
Do
say.
you want me
it.
to come look at it?
I'm going to say it.
No, should I look first?
Sure. Do you mind?
Let me come on
do you
this
mind if I
camera.
say that on air?
Let me see.
The last sentence there.
That's fine.
Okay. Well, you've yelled at me in the past.
I mean, you work here.
All right.
Kind of comes with the territory.
So finally, last story. Polynesians criticize Moana's hula choreography in Magic Happens Parade at Disneyland. William wrote in other news, Pooh is being canceled for being a piece of shit.
You can say it. I don't see what the benefit is, but you could.
There you go.
Willy-nilly,
And-
deep in the toilet.
right there.
There you go. Psychotic.
Yeah, it sure was. It sure was. Let's take a look at it. Yeah, I know we saw the Mary Poppins attraction that wasn't built this week, but there's always plenty of other Disney attractions that have never made it off the drawing board. Let's uncover another one this week on Unbuilt Disney. Big thunder from down under. The kangaroo with the dino.
I love that and Chippendales wrote the same. I love it.
This is all that I want to remark. These are all the ones the staff pitched thinking I wouldn't do, and I did all of them.
All while waiting in line at Toy Story Mania.
They were all pitched when we were in line for Toy Story Mania to do the blindfold thing. Yeah,
All were pitched while sober.
and all sober. Yeah. Well, I don't mean you don't know that we didn't drink before that, Sabrina. I just assume everyone came drunk. But Sam Fritz with the Super Chat, $1.99. Yukon over Arkansas, 88.65. Okay. Anyway.
Do you want to know who brings us news tonight?
I sure as hell skipped that, didn't I? Nick, I would like to know that. Do you know?
I do. It's the Vacationeer.
Oh.
Did you know they're the engineers of your next magical vacation? Sit back and let their team of vacation planning experts craft your family's next magical Disney trip. And you know what the best part is, Tom?
What is that, Nick?
Their services are free. Visit WDWNT.travel for details. The Vacationeer, the official travel agency of WDWNT. Free, Tom, free. They don't charge.
Are we sure this isn't a magic screen? I can't get in here. Okay, all right. I tried. So when we come back, it's time for March Madness. Stick around, we'll be right back.
In the arms of an angel, fly away from here, from the dark cold hotel room and the endlessness that you fear. You are pulled from the wreckage of your silent reverie. You're in the arms of the angel. May you find some comfort in.
Hi, I'm Eric Morton. Will you be an angel for a helpless Disney Parks animal? Every day, innocent Disney Parks animals are abused, beaten, and neglected, and they're crying out for help. Please, call the number on your screen and join the DPSPCA, the Disney Parks SPCA, with a monthly gift right now. For just $18 a month, just the price of one Disney balloon, you'll help rescue these animals and provide medical care, non-explosive food, and even better backstories and love. Call or join online in the next 30 minutes and you'll receive this welcome kit with a photo of a Disney Parks animal right now. One who's been given a second chance thanks to you. Right now, there's an animal who needs you. Your call says, I'm here to help. Please call right now.
Coming this summer from CBS, when props go missing, they come calling. Disney Crime Scene Investigation. Starring in his new role at Disney, Bob Chapek as Detective Ert Bernard. You steal some props, you're gonna face our cops. Disney CSI, coming this summer.
Open up your eyes, take a look at me. Get your picture fixed in the memory. Driven by the rhythm of the beat of your heart. And I won't stop until I start stand down. Stand down. Some people settle for a typical thing, living all their life waiting in the wings. It ain't a question of if, just a matter of time before we move to the front of the line. Unless you're watching every move that I make, you gotta believe that I got what it takes to stand out above the crowd. Even if I gotta shout out loud, tomorrow's the only face you'll see. I'm gonna stand out till you notice me. Did the pills always getting the grease? I'm totally devoted to disturbing the peace, and I'll do it all again. I get done until I become your number one. No method, no madness, and no means of escape. Gonna break every rule and bend them all out of shape. It ain't a question of if, it's a matter of time before I move to the front of the line. I'm under a spell, I'm in over my head. You know what's going on all the way till the end. Stand out above the crowd, even if I gotta shout out loud. Tomorrow's the only face you'll see. I'm gonna stand out until you notice me.
welcome to the Boxed In Studios.
Welcome. We are moving up in the world. Look at our production values. This is beautiful set that we've got here.
This is way nicer than my kitchen, Jill.
I know. I'm really glad. And just like an episode of Boxed In, we have bourbon, and we also have Disney merchandise to unbox. Thank you guys all
Tom
for
is so
joining
mad.
us tonight.
Let's pour the bourbon real quick.
Let's pour the. Okay.
Just pick up a box of my stuff. Is that a thing?
It was just yeah.
Who knows? There might be something in it.
I actually think the box is empty. That doesn't feel like there's anything in it.
All right, Buffalo Trace is the bourbon because it's not a fresh crack like we do on Boxed In, but we deal with what we have in the studio. This was in my desk.
Buffalo Trace is the official sponsor of March Madness this year, at least as far as Eric and I are concerned.
I don't taste it, and folks, here's why.
Because you've drank
if you have
too much bourbon in your life.
If you have bronchitis for 3 months, go to the doctor. I just went. I got bronchitis.
And I'm going to say you should probably not wait that 3 full months to see a medical professional.
I'll let it marinate a little bit. But we know it's a special night tonight. I wore my linen jacket that wrinkles when you look at it.
I wore a nice sweater over my News Tonight shirt to make this feel so official because we are the commentators for this very prestigious sporting event.
It's amazing. We have 6 highly qualified, highly intelligent panelists tonight to help guide us through this whole process. But first,
and then we also have, I feel like there's more than 6, so who's the odd man out?
the audience, obviously. So let me go through the rules of March Madness this year. These are important. There are 6 WDWNT panelists. They will debate each matchup. These are the favorite Disney World foods of all time, right? Is that all time? I don't know.
Well, currently.
Currently, okay.
This is not food that no longer can be purchased in the parks.
No, this is stuff you can get today.
This is food you can buy today in the parks.
While they were doing that, you can vote live in the chat using the corresponding numbers on the screen. You, the audience, you are the 7th.
Yes.
Yeah, 7th panelist this year.
That's our 7th panelist.
A quick note, we will be using a tool in the chat to tally votes. You'll be given an option for a #1 or #2 in each matchup. Don't spam the chat. It will only count your vote once.
Yeah.
Don't be an idiot.
If you spam,
like me.
yeah.
All right?
If you spam, it doesn't count. Don't waste your keyboard power.
The chat and each panelist votes count as 1 point towards each, 1 point each towards the competitor. Best of 7, 7 points wins.
Eric, what does my vote count for?
Jack and squat.
Oh, man.
Results can only be swayed via Superchats on YouTube. Superchats must be sent in before the end of each quadrant or round, depending on the length of the round, to count. Every $10 Superchat equals 1 point for a competitor.
Ooh.
May the best team win. Now,
This is a pay-to-play kind of game. I like it.
yeah, this is,
We learned from Disney.
you got to pay to play. I hope you woke up at 7 a.m. to get your boarding group so
7?
you can participate. They sold out in 24 seconds.
Did they really?
Oh, yeah.
For March Madness. I love it.
It's incredible. We have some crazy matchups.
We do.
Let's go to the first quadrant. Now, the quadrants aren't named, so Jill and I are going to name them.
We're going to make stuff up right now.
First quadrant, Kitchen Cabaret.
Woo!
We're going to go with the Kitchen Cabaret.
Love
We have
this one.
3 matchups. The first one's going to be Sanaa Bread Service. That's at the Animal Kingdom Lodge.
I
obviously.
wonder why that's in the tournament as the #1
No,
seed, Eric.
that is a #1 seed. Our seeding committee put through rigorous research here.
Our committee of how many exactly? How many are on that committee? Who does that committee?
These things are, PricewaterhouseCoopers keeps all this secret.
No, they
Nobody
don't.
knows.
No, they
Okay.
don't. I know those dudes. No, they don't.
This is puzzling, no. We have a potential Cinderella on our hands because the 16 seed, in fact, the lowest seeded food item in this tournament is Saganaki on Fire, which is from Wine Bar George, and probably is one of the top 10 things to my...
One of the most delicious
my
things
opinion.
you can eat on Disney property.
And it's on fire.
And they set it on fire.
Right?
It's it's entertainment and deliciousness all at the same time.
That, I mean, poor Saganaki, just a victim of a bad seeding.
Yeah.
Next up,
I think there might be some intentionality behind that choice.
you never know.
I think somebody didn't want. Actually, no. I'm surprised that the cheese bread from Skipper Canteen didn't get like the lowest seed in the tournament.
Let's open our box, Jill.
What's in the box? I think the answer might be nothing.
It's our next matchup.
What
The
box
next
are we
matchup is going to be
opening? What does it say on it?
Disneyland Resort Paris.
Disneyland
There's
Resort
probably
Paris.
something in that.
Probably cigarettes.
No.
All right. The second matchup is going to be the pork nachos from the Polynesian against the onion rings at Hollywood Studios.
Yeah, these are the onion rings from 50s primetime.
Yes, they are.
And sci-fi.
And sci-fi. Same onion rings, 2 different restaurants.
They're awful far apart to share a kitchen, aren't they?
I think they just chuck the onion rings like over, over the
Yeah, they just throw them over Echo Lake.
Gertie walks them.
Gertie,
between
yeah.
the
Gertie's got a big onion ring hanging around her neck, and then you win a Cupid doll if you get it around Gertie.
onion ring necklace.
I still can't taste the bourbon. Man, bronchitis is...
Man.
It's a good thing, though, because I went to Roundup Rodeo Barbecue today. So, blessing in disguise.
I couldn't taste the ribs either, though.
I couldn't taste the brisket, I'll tell you
No,
what.
the ribs tasted like nothing.
Finally, our third matchup in this group is going to be the strawberry shortcake at Fort Wilderness. That's at Hoop-de-Doo Review.
Good stuff. Good stuff,
Against the
that one.
Flame Tree mac and cheese.
Which I'm also a fan of, although Flame Tree mac and cheese used to be much better than it is today. So it's one of those that suffers the Disney decline of it used to be better than it is today.
Well, we're going to take this down under the rotunda to the panelists. Let's see how it goes.
Let's check it out.
Thank you. Thrilling. Joining me, we have the illustrious panel. On my left side, we have Allison and Desi. I love the way we have that framed as if you're going to drop like scores down here. We have Nick and Sabrina on this side, the liquid magic table. And then we made Rob stay at his piano. And then our seventh panelist is you. You at home, that's right. Those of you in the audience, if you want to take out your phones and join in the chat on YouTube, you too can vote. And this is the first time ever that you are the seventh panelist. So you are the tiebreaker in any case there is a 3-point versus 3-point tie, which if you know News Tonight, there's always a tie. So, let's get started, shall we? The first matchup to determine the best food item in all of Walt Disney World. Again, the #1 seed, Sanaa bread service versus the number 16 seed, Saganaki on Fire, which is only a 16 seed because a lot of people don't know about it. That's the only reason. Wasn't necessarily a knock on quality. Rob, you're all the way over there. Why don't you start us off since I've put you in the corner?
Are we voting or just or just going through it
Both.
first? Both. Okay. Both delicious options if you haven't had either. The Saganaki on Fire is really, really amazing cheese. But the Sanaa bread service, you get 9 different dipping sauces. I think they got something for every. Is it 9 or is it 10 now?
You can ask for the 10th sauce, which is very spicy, but is my favorite.
So they're both delicious, but the Sanaa bread service has my vote.
Sabrina.
I'm also gonna go with Sanaa bread service. It's always something that I've always recommended to people when they go over to Animal Kingdom Lodge. It's to go check out the bread service there and to order that.
Nick?
Have you ever set your bread service on fire?
I feel like if we made it on the show, we'd find a way.
Yeah. Bread service, of course.
Let's just get me out of the way, bread service. Desi?
I just don't want to see Saganaki on Fire go out without at least one vote.
You want to see it get extinguished? So
I see
are
what
you going
did
Saganaki on
there.
Fire? That's fine.
It's a good dad joke.
Allison?
I'm also going with Sanaa bread service. It's amazing.
That's 5-1, but I assume, the home audience has also decided that Sanaa bread service wins. Was it 64% of the people have voted, and so 6-1, Sanaa bread service. Move on to our next matchup. The next matchup is going to be the number 9 seed, the pork nachos from Captain Cook's of the Polynesian, against the onion rings, which are available at the Sci-Fi Dine-In and the 50s Primetime Cafe. Sabrina, you worked at 50, so you should start us off on this one.
Okay, so this one's a tough one for me. I'm not gonna lie.
These are both pretty iconic offerings. Do we drink every time someone says iconic? Is that the rule this year? Well, Jill and Eric are going to drink. I don't have anything.
I mean, obviously the onion rings, it's a beer bedded onion ring. At prime time, it comes with like a horseradish cream cheese dip. They're absolutely fantastic if you're going there. However, the pork nachos, I mean, you can get the onion rings 2 different places at studios. Pork nachos, you can only go over it at Polly, and they are one of my top favorites. So pork nachos.
Pork nachos. Look at that. Nick?
Yeah. Pork nachos are one of those things that have like ebbed and flowed in quality over the years. They've changed the chips, they've changed the cheese, they've changed
ratio of the chips, right?
Yeah. But overall, it always is very satisfying to be at the Polynesian and be able to grab that as a little snack there. Always do it like on the 4th of July when I'm watching the fireworks over there. So the onion rings are great, but the pork nachos have to be the winner here.
Desi?
Yeah, I have to agree. Pork nachos are just really good. They're tasty. They're filling.
It's a big portion.
Yeah.
Allison?
I'm actually gonna go with the onion rings. I think that there's some onion rings that are just like too soggy or too crispy. I feel like these are just right for my personal preference.
There you go. Rob?
I would love to have the pork nachos with a side of the onion rings, personally. But the pork
and a
nachos.
side of diabetes.
You're right. The nachos are a little fuller of a meal, I guess.
Yeah.
Is that how we're judging if things are a fuller meal?
I'm going to judge each one differently, probably. It's going to be amazing.
Wow. I'm going with the onion rings. I love the nachos, but the onion rings are like, that's an every time, prime time or sci-fi thing for me. I love mostly the horseradish sauce probably, but they are, to your point, like they are always cooked right. They always come out the same. They're one of the more consistent items of the 64 on this list. You were saying that the nachos are not consistent, so I will vote for consistency. It looks like the people at home have voted. This was a close one. The pork nachos with 57% have edged it out, so that is going to be 5-2 for the pork nachos. Move on to our next matchup. It's going to be the number 5 seed, the strawberry shortcake, which I believe is the only item on this list that has its own song, which Rob won't play. And we won't even talk about it. Number 12, the Flame Tree barbecue mac and cheese, which for those that don't know, it's a baked macaroni and cheese with pulled pork. Baked mac and cheese topped with pulled pork, onion ring, and coleslaw. Rob, start us off.
Again, both good. The strawberry shortcake, though, I mean that dessert is one of the best things about Hoop-de-Doo. You get a song and dance with your meal. I mean, let's be honest. I'm going shortcake.
Allison?
I mean, I've had the Flame Tree mac, and it's been like really, really great. And I've also had it, and it's just like super greasy and oily. So it has like completely inconsistent. So it's tough for me to vote for it. So I'm gonna go for the shortcake.
Desi?
I'm going with the mac and cheese because I feel like it's got the onion ring and the pork, and it's filling. So it's everything from the last round.
At least no one's saying because the food's at Epcot this year. We're doing all right. Oh, boy. Nick?
This one's hard because I don't like strawberries. I don't like strawberry-flavored stuff.
What is this shirt?
Yeah, I know. It's like right. Oh, man.
Don't do this. You're wearing the shirt.
I know I'm wearing the shirt. So I'll go strawberry shortcake. That's why it's hard. But even though I don't like it, I know a lot of people do. So
you don't like the strawberry shortcake?
You let Tom bully you into picking something you don't even like?
I did.
Wow. Wow. Jill is smirking from the table. I don't like this.
I was thinking about picking it because I know people like it.
Pick what you want. What do you
mac
want?
and cheese.
Then you can have the mac and cheese. He wants the mac and cheese.
You should have wore a different shirt.
Thank you. I agree. It has 2 items, and you're not going to take one.
You don't wear the jersey of the team you're not rooting for.
I'm wearing the shirt, so I'm taking the strawberry shortcake. It's brilliant in its simplicity. It's I think one of the best desserts at Disney World. Sabrina.
That's why I tried to vote for it.
Excuse me. I have a ceramic mug here. I'm gonna hurt you.
And this is why I wear nothing with food on it.
I mean, every
You win.
cooking's gonna have food on it.
Probably. I mean, that's probably accurate. Ooh.
This is close, so this is.
This one's
And
this one's
the voting at
tricky.
home is
You like
close too.
strawberries?
Wow. I do. I love strawberries. That's like part
okay.
of my dilemma here because every time I go to DEC, I get the Flame Tree mac and cheese.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I loved when they had like the buffalo one with the blue cheese, and I thought that was fantastic as well. I loved the options they used to have, so it wasn't just the same one.
Speaking of options they used to have, they are down to one barbecue sauce, and there are no plans to bring back the spicy barbecue sauce,
Well,
which is a great loss.
yeah. But the last time I had it, it was very inconsistent. I didn't even get like a full onion ring. I think I got pieces. Somebody
You
bit
didn't even
it.
call it an onion ring at that point?
It was like
Onion crescents.
Crescent.
Onion
Onion.
What are you going with?
Yeah, I'm
You gotta make a
gonna go
choice.
with strawberry shortcake.
Okay. You sure?
Yeah, locked in.
Nick, I will flip this too.
By the way, it's so true. Somebody says Tom Brady doesn't eat strawberries, so Nick doesn't, and that's kind of true. But
Why does he not eat? He just doesn't like them?
they're not good for you.
Why are they not good?
I don't know. There's something about them.
Diverticulitis.
Is it older women?
Oh boy.
Anyway, I meant that as a Tom Brady knock, not even a knock on you, and then I thought about it.
I mean, strawberry shortcake character's been around
like
since the
they're
80s, so
I
she's
can't
aged
believe
out.
this is the Flame Tree mac and cheese
Wow.
has won in the
It's
chat. So
really
that's still that's a 4-3 for the strawberry shortcake, but it's close. Someone could super chat and change that. Let's move to the next matchup, shall we? It's the gray stuff from Be Our Guest Restaurant at the Magic Kingdom. It's a number 13 seed.
Tom, I think
against-
Eric's going to be mad if you don't go back to him in between what we've done.
Are we supposed to? I thought we go back
after each bracket.
That's not a bracket.
Yeah, 6 is a bracket.
They're grouped in 3 matchups. Graphically.
They're grouped in what?
3 matchups at a time in the graphic.
Oh, okay, that's not correct, but would you like us to go back to you? That's not
No,
what
the
tournament
graphics
looks
have
like.
them grouped in groups of 3 matchups.
Okay, that's a weird number, but all right, go ahead.
Yeah, I didn't do the graphics
Back to them.
Can we do this one and then we'll come back because now the chat has started voting.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna do this one. The gray stuff, number 13 seed, Be Our Guest against the Germany pretzel from Epcot. So we're gonna start with Desi. Why don't you start us off?
It might be an unpopular opinion, but I don't think the gray stuff is delicious. I'm not a fan at all, and I love the Germany pretzel. So pretzel for me.
Allison?
Where's Lucas? Lucas, do you like the Germany pretzel? All right, then he said no, so then I'm going to vote for the gray stuff.
Wow.
What is happening?
I didn't know we
You
could
know,
use
he-
a lifeline whenever we want.
He loves pretzels, and he's like a pretzel expert, so if he says that that's not
Pretzel
good,
extra- What is it? Anything that's brown? Wood, pretzels, what? Guy has devoted his life to brown things.
he's coming over. Are you joining the show, Lucas?
No, he's he's definitely not. Anyway, okay. Nick?
Pretzel expert.
Jake, do you like the Germany pretzel?
He does.
He does. Yeah, it is really good. We're going to go, me and Jake are going to go with the Germany pretzel because the gray stuff is bad.
Sabrina.
Darius! Do you like the pretzel from Germany? Yeah. Me too. Darius and I are going with the Germany pretzel.
Rob.
You like the pretzel or do you like... It's the pretzel. The gray stuff, you could stick your finger in and have like one taste of it. I think that's about all I need. The pretzel, delicious.
Joe. Joe, do you like the Germany pretzel? It doesn't matter. I don't care. Joe and I are picking the Germany pretzel also. Everyone went. Right? Yeah. 5 to 1 pretzel over gray. The chat agrees. 6 to 1 pretzel over gray stuff. Let's confusingly go to Eric and Jill now because I have no idea when I'm supposed to ever throw it to them. Go ahead.
I don't know where I'm making cheese.
I mean, we do what we do here, right?
I thought
That's
it's
just what
every
we do.
8
This is
matchups.
what we
Doesn't that
Follow
make
the
sense?
graphics package. The
That's what I
graphics
thought
package.
it
Yeah,
was.
we would have introduced these other matches first.
I think the confusion is that we're actually supposed to go to us every pie matchups, which is 3.14.
Oh, we get 4 that time.
Well, I think we have to cut the difference because we can't cut to us it like every eighth of a matchup. So.
Joe, do you like pie?
So,
oh my God, I can't.
All the favorites won that round.
Okay, can I interject with a quick story? I have actually been at Epcot with Miss Allison and witnessed her purchase a Germany pretzel to take home for Lucas. So I feel like there is something shady going on.
Oh, there's something shady every time at WDWNT. Look, all the favorites won in that round, but the Germany pretzel is a 4 seed.
And it came in hard. Like it came in and just
Like the actual
Yeah, I think it's like people are just like, eh. That's how it's going to stumble into the finals like
we
this.
need to be really careful
Whatever.
about using terms like blowout when our competition is about food.
You are right, Jill. I should have thought of that.
So what's coming up next?
Okay, next we have the Ohana.
Look, there are 3 matchups in that
Look
graphic.
at that. This is the graphics package. I don't make the rules.
There's an even number of matchups tonight. How does this work?
You'll have to talk to the graphics.
Disney magic.
You know, like Disneyland, they just deal with what people print out in the graphics group. The wrong year for an attraction. You got to hang the banner.
Boy.
Your job is not to correct it.
So let's recap where we've been and see what's coming up next.
Bread service is through.
Of course it is.
Pork nachos are through.
Of course they are.
Strawberry shortcake is through. And a
course it
Germany
is.
pretzel just got through based on existing.
I mean, we crowdsourced that,
Right.
and it was clearly the winner.
All right, now we got Ohana bread pudding. That's a 3 seed.
Ooh, that's a good one.
The brioche ice cream from Epcot.
I mean, it's good, but I don't know that it's popular enough to really
Yeah.
carry a lot of weight here.
We take us over to Animal Kingdom for the Pongu Pongu Lumpia.
Ooh.
And
Classic
that's gonna
snack
be
in
that's gonna
Animal
be tough
Kingdom.
because it's going against Via Napoli pizza, and I'll have you know you can have one of those slices get up to $50, $60.
You can have 10 lumpia for the price of 1 slice of Via Napoli pizza if you do it wrong.
It's absolutely true, and we got to kick this back down under the rotunda to the
See what they got to
panelists.
say
I know
about
Tom's
it.
getting antsy about these matches.
We'll do 2 more. 2 more. Let's go. Ohana bread pudding, the 3 seed against the brioche ice cream from France in Epcot. Rob, start us off.
This one is a harder one for me. I think everybody's had the Ohana bread pudding at one point. If you have not had that brioche ice cream sandwich, you should try one in your life. They're amazing. They take actual bread and they just like with a waffle iron almost sandwich it together. If you haven't had it. That being said, I don't think it's good enough, sadly, to beat the bread pudding. The bread pudding's so good. That's my vote.
Sabrina.
I'm going to agree with Rob on this. While the brioche ice cream is delicious, it's the Ohana bread pudding. You've got, it's just so good, and they give you caramel sauce. And
They do give you caramel sauce.
They just hand everything over to you, and then they walk you by it at the start of the meal, and then later you're gonna have, and you're just like, okay.
You're like, I'm still going to eat 8 pounds of noodles
Yeah.
regardless.
No matter how much warning,
Yeah.
we know I still make room for it every single time.
Yeah. Nick?
So bread pudding.
Bread pudding's good, but I will pick ice cream every time, especially when it comes from my favorite ice cream place at Walt Disney World.
What's the name of it?
Legolas. Thank you, Tom.
Did you say Legolas?
Legolas?
Is Orlando Bloom here?
And that is delicious, though. That is delicious. Everything they do there is delicious. So
I agree with that.
that's my choice. Ice cream.
I'm picking the Ohana bread pudding because, God, I love it. It's fantastic, and it is one of those. It's one of the reasons. There's two reasons you go to Ohana, and it's one of them. So
It's a great Run Disney training food, Tom.
I'm doing great. Desi.
I would take the Ohana bread pudding all the way to number 1 if I could. I went to Aulani in Hawaii, and their bread pudding is not as good as the Ohana bread pudding at the Poly here.
Is bread pudding traditionally a Hawaiian dish, though?
Yes,
Is it
we
actually?
served it at my wedding in Hawaii.
Oh, I didn't know that. I just assumed we Americanized the restaurant and served bread pudding. I didn't know. I'm completely serious. Allison?
I feel very similar to how you feel, Tom. I think that, I love the brioche ice cream. I love all ice cream, but the bread pudding is just classic. It's one of the reasons why you go to the restaurant.
Would you dare say it's iconic?
Classic?
I said iconic? They're not paying attention.
Did they leave? Are they still there?
They're there.
Oh, they are.
They didn't hear me. It's fine. Anyway, that's why you buy tickets to see that. The Ohana bread pudding is won in the chat as well, so that's a 6-1 victory there. On to the next matchup, the number 11 seed, the Pangu Pangu Lumpia, against Via Napoli Pizza. You banged the table, Allison. You get to go first.
I'm from New York. I can't, in good consciousness, vote for non-New York pizza. It is very good, but I cannot vote for it, and I genuinely really like the lumpia, so I'm voting for lumpia.
Okay, Desi?
I am not Italian, but
No.
but I think the Via Napoli pizza is overrated, and I really love the lumpia. So,
Nick?
That pizza is so overrated. I don't understand what people's fascination with it is. Only because it's the best pizza on property. But that doesn't mean anything. So I'm definitely going Pongu Pongu, the lumpia. And those are close to my heart because that's one of the things I made on Cooking with Nick, and they came out really good, and they're delicious.
Now we have a fryer, we can do that.
We're doing it, yeah. I'll go get some pineapple.
You were supposed to make them tonight. You forgot. Sabrina.
You had me.
I'm also going with the Pongu Pongu.
Oh, man, we have got an upset.
Yeah. The pizza to me is, it's all right. It's cool. It's giant. You can get it like this big, and 50 people
The
can.
Mezzo Metro?
Yeah, that's great. It's fantastic, but it's pizza. It's
okay,
and it's But the lumpia is delicious.
It is.
Rob, as another Italian from New York.
Yeah, it is Nick said it the right way. It's the best pizza on property. It's overpriced for what it is too. That's a big thing.
I think that speaks for a majority of the list.
You know what? You're right. It's true. I get it, but you can't justify. I'll go with the lumpia too.
Wow. I really like the Via Napoli pizza as a New Yorker and an Italian. I happen to like it. I had a lot of lumpia in 2017. They're really good. I like an upset too. Let's go with the lumpia. Let's do it. The chat doesn't like us now because they went for the pizza, so it's a 6-1 upset. The Pangu Pangu Lumpia over the Via Napoli pizza. Do we go back to you now? Is this? Am I right?
Yes.
Okay. Back to the boxed-in studio.
Joe, that was a little uncomfortable. There was some veiled racism and regional bias when discussing pizza.
I know. I definitely think how can we have an honest competition if everybody's pulling different sort of privilege cards here?
Let's be honest, neither one of these has the chance to go the distance anyway.
Very true.
Quick plug, Guantanamo Bay, Cuba, Post 46, best lumpia you've ever had, but everybody that works there is from the Philippines. So at least they were in 1999.
But that is a different year than Tom stating that he ate a lot of lumpia in 2017, which I feel like needs to be a story that we hear about in the post-show.
Ohana bread pudding, not the best bread pudding on Disney World property, not even close to House of Blues quality.
How dare you?
But there it is, an easy
If
victory.
you haven't had House of Blues bread pudding, you are missing out.
It's far and away
Raglan
superior.
Road's up there, though.
And we already had that German pretzel. So now we only have 2 matchups left in this bracket, so I don't know what the graphics team's going to do.
We don't know. We're going to figure it out.
Kitchen Cabaret bracket does have an even number of teams.
The Kitchen Cabaret bracket, yes, 8.
Okay.
I don't think that relates to the number of Kitchen Cabaret characters.
Am I
but
right? Am I wrong? No, we're right. Okay, so we have the
Brackets
No Way
have-
Jose from Beaches and Cream versus the Steakhouse 71 burger, the so-called best burger on Disney property
is
by people who
interesting.
don't eat burgers very often.
2 incredibly different foods.
And Gideon's cookie, which could be any number of cookies,
It's the
I
chocolate
suppose.
chip.
Oh, we
It's
chose
the chocolate
The
chip.
regular
chose
chocolate chip.
The chocolate chip to be representative for this bracket,
Against the citrus swirl,
which is the inferior frozen
which
treat
is
from the
the
Magic
third
Kingdom.
best frozen treat from that
That
shop.
stand, yes.
Right?
Yeah.
You have the Dole Whip, and then you have the citrus cream.
different
Or the
shop.
orange cream.
What are you talking
And now you have
about?
the citrus swirl? Come on. All right. Who cares? Mad Men are putting this thing together. Let's send it to the panel to sort
There's
this.
a third matchup in the graphic. We're now bracket straddling.
Well, that's going to go.
doing
That's
so
taking
good.
it to the. That's going to take it
We are
all the way to the Food Rocks bracket.
We're slaves.
Which is supposed to be next.
We're slaves to the graphic package.
Okay, so that's going to be the Mickey Pretzel.
Which, I mean, I have a lot of things to say about that, but I'll save them
Not
for some
delicious,
other
but
time.
I curiously crave one whenever I'm on Main Street.
The only food I've ever had to send back at Walt Disney World was a Mickey pretzel.
And hummus fries.
And gotta love those hummus fries. But again, you're facing a very popular snack that everybody knows with a snack that not as many people are familiar with. So we'll see how that matchup goes.
I'm going to hold on to my chickpea versus garbanzo bean joke and send it to the panel down under the rotunda.
You know. Let's do this. The No Way Jose, which is a number 7.
7. Yeah.
Yeah, 7 seed from Beaches and Cream versus the Steakhouse 71 burger, which is a 10 seed. Rob, I think I know what you're going to pick. Let's start with you.
I'm not sure if you. These are actually my 2 favorite items from each of these places.
Okay.
So, if you don't know, if you're an ice cream person like me and you like peanut butter sauce, the best peanut butter sauce on property is Beaches and Cream by far. If you've never had that, so this is a tough one. But I'm one of the idiots who think that the Steakhouse 71 burger is the best burger on property. And if you haven't had it, as much as I hate to get rid of the No Way Jose, I am going to pick the Steakhouse 71 burger.
Thank you, Scott Gustin. Okay. Sabrina, would you like to go?
I am going to rescue the No Way Jose. And go with that. Nick said it earlier. If there's ice cream there, we're gonna go for it. Even though I went with bread pudding, but you can get ice cream on the bread
There is
pudding.
ice cream on it.
So, but yeah, No Way Jose.
Nick.
No Way Jose. Vote with ice cream all the time.
I am also going to take the No Way Jose because it's one of my absolute favorite things at Disney World. But if you love peanut butter, it's the thing you have to have. Desi.
As Maddie and I were trying to eat a kitchen sink by ourselves, we got to watch you eat a No Way Jose, and I was very jealous.
That's right.
I love ice cream. I love peanut butter. Got to go with the No Way Jose.
They should put that in the kitchen sink.
Yes.
Right? That'd be great. Allison?
It's gonna be a yes way for me. The No Way Jose.
Do we have the
yes
dad
way?
joke?
It wasn't that bad.
It's pretty dead.
Well, there you blow a fuse.
There you go. Sorry.
No, you're not.
Well, no, you're not.
you're
You just said,
not.
no, you're not. She's right. It's 5-1. What does the chat think? Ooh, the Steakhouse 71. Guys, come on. All right. Steakhouse, yeah, by a nose. The
We have
Steakhouse 71.
43 seconds.
It's 5 to 2. No, we don't. We can end it. 5 to 2 for the No Way Jose. On to the next matchup. Final one in the Kitchen Cabaret bracket. The Gideon's chocolate chip cookie against the citrus swirl. I'm going to start us off. I think the citrus swirl is garbage. I don't like it. I've never liked it. I imagine if you turned a urinal cake into ice cream, that's what it would taste like. So I'm going to go with the Gideon's chocolate chip cookie. Allison?
It's definitely not my favorite frozen treat. I like the orange cream swirl a lot better.
I like that one better, too.
Yeah, I think that one's
Maybe
better.
we should have put that in.
I like that one significantly
that's
better.
what this one was.
No, they're different.
No, they are
And if you
different.
call them the same, people get very angry.
I do enjoy on a hot, summer day. So it's right. I still think it's nice and refreshing. So I will vote for the citrus swirl.
Okay, Desi?
My husband accidentally ordered the citrus swirl instead of the orange cream and was like, what is this? And he was very upset. So I got to go with the Gideon's cookie.
Nick?
Yeah, I love the citrus swirl, but you know me and
You
my
are Mr. Gideon.
Gideon's cookies.
Before it was cool, you were getting Gideon's.
Right.
Yeah.
Before they ever came to Disney Springs, I was eating Gideon's cookies for years. They're my favorite thing, favorite dessert thing ever made.
You like the regular chocolate chip?
I love the regular chocolate chip. And you know what I do? I put a scoop of vanilla ice cream on top of it.
You and ice cream, man. I didn't realize ice cream was such a thing for you.
Oh, yeah.
If you go between 2 and 4, right, it's free. They put the ice cream on your cookie.
Oh, that thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Do they really?
Yeah, I think it's between 2. I think it's between 2 and 4 every
The
day.
hot cookie hour, whatever
Oh,
they
yeah,
call it.
something-
Yeah, that thing,
something
yeah.
like that.
What?
It's a thing, yeah.
Wow.
I want to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to get in
Genius.
line real early, so. Sabrina?
Now that I've learned the citrus swirl is not the one that I I'm
lived a lie.
I'm out. This is BS. No, I'm gonna go Gideon's cookie. I was enjoying Gideon's cookies before they were cool. Yeah. We had taken trips up there, and got those. So I'm gonna go Gideon's cookies.
Rob?
Cookie.
Cookie.
Interesting.
Wow.
That's 5-1. The chat agrees. The chat has, by a wide margin, the chat has chosen
You
the
almost
Gideon's
didn't put
cookie.
this in the tournament.
I almost didn't because I couldn't pick one of them. And then you guys were like, do the chocolate chip. All right. No, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, so 6-1 for the Gideon's cookie. Am I going into the food rocks? Am I just going for it?
Let's
do it.
Apparently so.
You want to give me some
We're
food
straddling.
rocks there, Rob?
We love junk, give us sugar and fat. We love junk.
Got a problem with that? God.
Better
If
than Soren.
we do high fiber, we'll be here all night. We have to stop. All right. It's the number 2 seed, the Mickey Pretzel, versus the number 15 seed, the Hummus Fries from Epcot, from, of course, Spice Road Table. Nick, as Mr.
Hummus
Spice
Fries.
Road, yeah, I felt like you had to be first on
They're
this one.
so delicious.
I'm gonna echo you on this
Oh,
one. Like
they're so
the Mickey Pretzel, anytime I've ever had one, they're stale. They're never good.
No.
They're cute. They're iconic. Chug.
The cheese is
But they're just never right. I don't know. The hummus fries it's a reason to go to Spice Road Table. Desi?
Brandy, do you like the Mickey pretzel? No? Okay, we'll go with the hummus fries.
This is not looking good for Mickey Pretzel. Allison?
I hate the
My husband being a pretzel connoisseur finds the Mickey Pretzel both shallow and pedantic.
That's not what I sound like, Tom.
Like Anton Ego doing a review. I love it.
Mickey Pretzels are very easy to judge and hard to make.
Yeah, no, I'm not voting for the pretzel. I haven't even had the hummus fry. I'm voting for the hummus fry.
Oh, look at this, man. Sabrina.
I'm gonna go hummus fries as well. Every time my kids love the Mickey pretzel, but
You don't lurve plastic cheese, Sabrina? You don't lurve it?
we get it every single time, and it's just you can flip it upside it flops. It flops.
So do I.
Oh.
Rob!
Wow. I like the cheese.
Well, Rob, if you haven't heard by now, we think you're an idiot.
Oh,
For your love of hamburgers and plastic cheese.
Oh, man. I'm going with the Mickey pretzel.
I mean, it deserves to have a point.
It has to. I mean, it's the Mickey pretzel.
Yeah. The chat agreed with you, but not by much, on the Mickey pretzel, but that is 5-2 in favor of the hummus fries. Jake, do we have any super chats? Has anyone done anything yet? Oh, we have. We need to check in on those then. Because we're going to close well, I'll leave it open on the Mickey pretzel. That's the next bracket, but well, that doesn't matter for anything. I never read this one.
Hohenheim.
Hohenheim? Deluxe with fries. When he started writing the with fries. $1.99 for the Disney animals. I don't know what that means.
Is
What
that a
Disney
burger?
From the commercial.
Oh.
From the
Oh,
end.
yeah.
Okay.
That's not the cost, though. Elon Smith, $4.99. Me and my girlfriend love finally seeing y'all live. Hope to be back soon. Thanks for the great shows every week, everyone at WDWNT. Thank you, Elon. Very kind, very sweet. Steve Mermelstein, $5. WDWNT staff voting against Sanaa bread service will be greatly missed. Wow. Trevor Andre, $9.99 for the Saganaki on fire. The seating is home cooking. Well, he put $9.99. I'll count that. Doesn't help the Saganaki on fire, but I'll count it. Alex Martinez, $10. I don't care for the swirl much, but I can literally go to Winter Park and get a Gideon's cookie without all the hassle to wait. I refuse to call it a WDW treat. Vote citrus swirl. All right.
Wow.
There's a point for the citrus swirl. And see if several other people voted for the citrus swirl. Dina Joel. Wow. People, the pretzel is over. Like, it deserves to. No. Okay. There. No, we're not.
No. Mickey Pretzel broke the internet.
I don't see it on YouTube either.
In the arms of an angel, fly away from here, from the dark, cold hotel room, and the endlessness that you feel. You are pulled from the wreckage of your silent reverie. You're in the arms of the angel. May you find some comfort here.
Hi, I'm Eric Morton. Will you be an angel for a helpless Disney Parks animal? Every day, innocent Disney Parks animals are abused, beaten, and neglected, and they're crying out for help. Please, call the number on your screen and join the DPSPCA, the Disney Parks SPCA, with a monthly gift right now. For just $18 a month, just the price of one Disney balloon, you'll help rescue these animals and provide medical care, non-explosive food, and even better backstories and love. Call or join online in the next 30 minutes and you'll receive this welcome kit with a photo of a Disney Parks animal right now. One who's been given a second chance thanks to you. Right now, there's an animal who needs you. Your call says I'm here to help. Please call right now.
Coming this summer from CBS, when props go missing, they come calling. Disney Crime Scene Investigation. Starring in his new role at Disney, Bob Chapek as Detective Ert Bernard. You steal some props, you're gonna face our cops. Disney CSI, coming this summer.
Hey there, folks, it's your old pal, Chubby the Merchandise Bird. You may recognize me from Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, or maybe from, that other version of Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, the one where the kids keep stealing the salt and pepper shakers. Anyway, I'm the one with the deep backstory. What a lot of you don't know is that part of that backstory involves fighting for my fellow Toons as a member of the International Brotherhood of Toon Workers. You see, every day, guests come to see how we live here in Toontown. But the secret they don't want you to know is that life in Toontown these days ain't so great. Wages are low. I mean really low. In our last union negotiating meeting, Disney told us they wouldn't give Dumbo even 1 peanut more. Rent is through the roof too. Toons are sleeping in their cars, which I guess ain't all that bad since they can talk to their cars, but it's still bad. To make matters worse, our local Toons are losing their jobs to live action characters. They already got Simba, and Pinocchio, and Dumbo, and Cogsworth. Next thing you know, they're gonna be coming for Ariel. She already had to sell her dingle hopper, and now she's down to her last 3 thingamabobs. Word is that Cinderella is playing patty cake for money on the streets. How sad. It's time for us to fight back. Everyone in Toontown deserves a living wage. Not just a few fat cats from the Fab Five either. Everyone. So join us as we rally to increase the wages in Toontown. If we work together, nothing can stop us now.
Celebrate the magic with the Disney 100 Years of Wonder Collection, an exciting line of merchandise and collectibles. Already have everything? We can help with that. Disney Consumer Products is proud to present the official Make Your Own Disney 100 product generator. With the Disney 100 product generator, you can turn anything you own into an officially licensed Disney collectible. Those sneakers you haven't worn in 10 years but won't throw away? Now it's part of the Disney 100 line. Did you find an explicit photo laying around a Disney resort property? Don't be offended. Now it's a licensed keepsake. Ooh. But wait, there's more. Now you can head over to Ollie's Bargain Outlet and buy tons of Magic Kingdom 50 merchandise. And now it's also part of the 100 line. Did you assault a cast member and end up in one of those pesky police reports? Now it's a permanent keepsake you'll treasure for years. Don't celebrate Timmy's birthday by giving him boring mouse ears. Now Timmy is an officially licensed Disney collectible. Get the Disney 100 product generator for only $79.99, exclusively at Target.
Jill, that was an electric round.
It was. We made it back.
That is incredible.
I thought we weren't going to make it.
I know Tom said that the citrus swirl was like if you turned a urinal cake into ice cream.
Tom spoke a hard truth that citrus swirl is trash. And I think we all feel it.
I think a lot of people think the
it.
orange cream swirl is the citrus swirl, so
Yeah.
that's where the confusion comes from. Actually, though, when I found a lamp once and a genie granted me wishes, my first one was to turn all the urinal cakes into ice cream.
And that is how citrus swirl came to be. It was thanks to our very own Eric
I'm
Morton.
sorry,
and his
it's my
Genie.
fault.
Not Genie Plus, just Genie.
All right.
So we've got some more matchups. Let's see what's coming up in the rest of the Food Rocks bracket.
The lobster thermidor burger
Oh, it's a burger, but with a giant hunk of lobster on top. How can you go wrong?
against the cheese soup. I assume that's a beer
Oh.
cheese soup from Canada.
I think this is the
gotta be, right?
Canadian beer cheese soup. And gosh, everybody loves that.
That Norwegian school bread is going to go up against the Nutella waffle.
Oh, this is a tough one. I feel I want to see an upset here. I would vote for this upset.
And Mickey beignets against
Well,
the turkey leg.
Gosh, that's a tough one. Those are two classic
Wow.
Disney snacks. This is the first time we see classic snack versus classic snack. We'll see what happens with that matchup.
Let's send it down. Way down there. Under the rotunda.
There? Watch out. Okay, let's do this. The lobster thermidor burger, pinkies out, everyone, from the Grand Floridian Cafe against the number 7 seed, yes, 7, the cheese soup from Canada in Epcot. Sabrina.
Maybe it's because I'm uncouth, but I'm going with cheese soup.
Are you saying that Canadians are uncouth? Is that what
Wow. No, because I'm saying I'm not fancy enough to enjoy a lobster burger for what it's worth.
It's Grand Floridian Cafe. It's not that fancy.
I mean, that's fair. But I love the cheese soup. It's cheese, it's soup. I can get it and walk. Cheese soup.
I made a mistake.
What mistake did you make?
We know.
The third matchup is steak and eggs
Yeah.
versus the PB&J milkshake. It is not the Mickey beignets versus turkey leg. We're not ready for that one, right?
Thank you.
We'll figure it out.
It's all right.
Time for cheese?
Thanks up there.
I've got the graphics team in my ear.
Oh, wait, no, they're down there.
You
They're
guys
down
are
there.
okay. Go ahead.
It's a turkey leg.
Nick.
So the lobster thermidor burger, I'm not a big burger person, but that is my favorite.
Tom Brady doesn't like it.
Tom Brady doesn't eat lobster. I don't know.
But he does stay at the Grand Floridian.
Look, Tom Brady definitely does not eat cheese soup either. Let's get real. But I will eat that by the gallon. It is so good. So cheese soup for sure.
Yes.
Rob.
And speaking on consistency, that soup's been good, I feel like, my whole life.
Yeah.
Like, it's always
Oh, yeah.
good. If you dip a pretzel bread in it, I, too, am going for the soup, cheese soup.
Allison.
I love seafood. I'm gonna have to vote for lobster burger.
Desi.
I love beer. I love cheese. I love soup. I
No,
gotta
we've
go.
watched the show.
I gotta go with the soup.
I'm going with the lobster thermidor. I love the cheese soup, but the lobster thermidor burger is my go-to at Grand Floridian Cafe. It's on point. I think it's better than the Steakhouse 71 burger, honestly. So that's my vote, even though it doesn't do any good. That's 4-2 for the soup. At home, yeah, at home, you all voted for cheese soup. Big surprise. So it's 5-2 in favor of the cheese soup. We'll move on to the next matchup. It's going to be the number 6 seed, the school bread. Calm down. Against the Nutella. The Nutella, boy. The Nutella waffle with fruit from the Sleepy Hollow refreshments at the Magic Kingdom. Nick, should I go first since I offended you?
Yeah. I don't think I've ever had the Nutella waffle actually.
That just
That's
seems
one
like
of
a
the
thing
items.
you up with the strawberries.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's not something I would get. I mean, that's where you get the spicy chicken.
The spicy
waffle,
chicken
right?
waffle.
Yeah, same place. I'm going school bread. That's a fun treat from Epcot. Oh God, come on.
I didn't say anything. Sabrina.
Snickered.
No, that's a candy. That's not in this. Sabrina.
I love the Nutella waffle. However, I also feel like I mean, my kids are Nutella nuts, so like we do a lot of Nutella at home, and I can
basic,
make
right?
yeah. I mean, I have a waffle maker. I can make big fluffy waffles and add Nutella and fruit. I don't know how to make school bread, so
that's
my
fair.
vote's for school bread.
That's fair. Desi.
The Nutella waffle is my go-to every time I rope drop Magic Kingdom. If I'm gonna have breakfast in the park, I go with the Nutella waffle.
Allison.
I've never enjoyed coconut, and I love Nutella so much. So I'm voting for the waffle.
Rob.
These are both delicious, by the way. You can't really go wrong, but I too am going with the waffle.
Someone got angry and like slammed something over that. For the sake of someone at home who I know is watching and I know loves this thing very much, I'm indifferent on the school bread. I'm glad it exists. It's like a Epcot thing. But I never really want one. I don't know. I'm not crazy about it. So I'm going to go with the Nutella waffle. I think I talked to enough people who say they love that item that I think it's worth it. At home, you have agreed the Nutella waffle over the school bread. That is a 5-2, a victory. That is an upset, by the way, folks. All right, on to our next matchup. It's going to be the number 14 seed, the Steak and Eggs, which is also from Steakhouse 71, up against the PB&J Milkshake from 50's Primetime Cafe. Desi, why don't you start us off?
I think I already said earlier, I love peanut butter and I love ice cream, so I got to go with the PB&J milkshake.
Allison?
Both really good, but holy moly, that milkshake is amazing. Voting for the milkshake.
Every time I go to 50's Primetime, I get this without fail. I usually get a salad just so I can feel all right about eating that giant milkshake. So, yeah, milkshake. Rob?
I too am going with the milkshake. The steak and eggs is good, but it's not even the best thing at Steakhouse 71. The milkshake is the best milkshake on property. Easy.
Yeah. Fair. Nick?
Milkshake.
It's ice cream.
It's ice cream.
And Sabrina?
I also am gonna go ahead and say PB&J shake. It's one of the best shakes. They're all handmade. They're at Primetime.
Yeah.
And it's a fantastic combination.
It's magical.
I
love it. It's absolutely one of my favorite things.
You can
Disney
also
World.
order a shot on the side and make it even more magical.
What is the recommended shot?
It just depends upon what you like, but you can.
I was gonna say screwball,
If they have screwball, you can do screwball.
Do they have
Otherwise,
it? I don't know.
Frangelico is fantastic with it as well. But yeah, I've even had people when we used to have like the chocolate Godiva liqueur. I don't think they have that anymore, but we used to add that in and do a chocolate PB&J.
I mean, the bar doesn't even have seats anymore. So.
Well, you know.
Yeah. And you at home have agreed, making this our first blowout. It's a 7-0 victory for the PB&J milkshake. Yeah. And so that's where we left off, right? We're caught up. So let's send it back to. Oh, sorry, they're up here. Eric and Jill, take it away.
How you doing down there?
Jill, that was some exciting stuff there.
It was. We had a
our
sweep.
first big blowout.
We had a sweep.
Also,
I got excited about
just because I've never really done it, am I supposed to be able to do steroids and antibiotics and bourbon at the same time?
As a
My skin's
non-medical,
getting hot, and I don't know if it's the lights.
there are some really hot lights in our studio here tonight. I will vouch for that. But I'm gonna say, as a non-medical professional, go for it.
Here we are.
Go for it.
That sounds like a doctor to me.
Yeah, there's a Dr. Diffendall in the world. It's not me.
All right. So next
He's
up,
also not a medical professional.
Next up, we have Sabrina making cheese, and I assume Tom's going to go cut it or something.
Let's see what happens.
So if you like cheese and you like Sabrina, you're going to love this next segment.
I love
We're not setting up the matchups first?
Okay, let's set up the next matchup.
Because it's in these matchups.
No one is in the fromage kitchen.
Oh, because we need to set up the fried herb cheese.
Okay, so the Mickey
So do they.
beignets are going against the turkey leg.
Rough. We'll see how that goes. And then
I tried to eat Mickey beignets recently, and I looked like Scarface when we got done. It's bad.
Then you did it right. That's what you're supposed to look like when you eat beignets.
The fried herb cheese against from Hollywood Studios versus the Satuli Bowl. Okay.
Yes, and Satuli Bowl of your choosing, but the concept of the Satuli Bowl being this delicious combination of meats
Weird exploding things in your mouth.
and boba, and you can choose greens or potatoes or
Usually
grains.
you pay double for that kind of action. Out on OBT. Hit it, Jake. And then we have the coconut Dole Whip.
Everybody's the like unsung hero of Dole Whips. It's like the best Dole Whip that everyone kind of
Hollow again.
Oh.
With waffle time.
So I love the Nutella waffle. I'm sad that it did not. Oh no, it did win. It did win against the school bread, and I think it deserved to. But I think if we get to a point in the bracket where we're matching up the chicken waffle versus the Nutella waffle, that's going to be a pretty controversial conversation.
Now, one of these menu items is near and dear to Sabrina's heart because she used to work at 50's Primetime. And to prove how superior it is, she wanted an opportunity to make it right here on our show. Let's see how it works.
And it's cheese.
Cheese.
Yeah, cheese. Yeah, on a
cheesy magic. Yeah.
On a thing that's so new that we don't even have a theme song.
No.
It's not liquid, it's semi-soft.
We're gonna get there though, right?
Fun with cheese with Sabrina and Nick every show.
Fun with a fryer. Yeah.
All right, what are we doing?
So fried herb cheese. It's one of the easiest things to make at home. It's Boursin cheese. You get it in the fancy cheese section of the supermarket.
Next to the lobster thermidor.
Yes, right next door. It's eggs, flour, panko breadcrumbs with Italian seasoning. So I'm gonna go ahead and have you set up. We'll set those three up. Eggs in here, flour in this one, and then we're gonna do panko breadcrumbs with Italian seasoning. You can scramble the eggs in there. It's
Three.
That's
Okay.
perfect.
There you go.
You've done this before, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like $8 worth of
Normally
eggs.
it helps if you crack them.
Crack 'em, okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
So you want me to crack them in here?
No,
and-
crack them in there. Yes.
I can
There
do
we
that.
go.
I can do that.
Yes.
That's
We
a
can
really
probably
loud
use
crack.
this. Watch this. Ready?
What are you gonna do?
Here we go. Here we go. You ready? You can put. We're gonna go ahead and just put those in there.
I gotcha.
Woo!
Sabrina brings you life hacks.
That's right. I'm.
No.
No. Don't we have a cooking with Nick segment? Like, what are we...
You know my little shell, right?
Oh
We
boy.
good with that?
It's-
We got it. No, we didn't.
Is he using the shell to grab the shell?
That's what you do.
It's a thing.
Shell attracts shell.
I can't believe I'm going to say you're better with
Yeah.
alcohol, the two of you.
I mean, you're not wrong.
There we go.
Yes. All right, put that other one in there. Fantastic.
Yeah,
Go ahead and scramble those eggs up.
Okay.
Now, a couple things to know about this recipe is when you get the fried herb cheese, it's a thicker cheese, and the best thing to do is put it in the freezer for like 15 minutes, take it out, and then you're gonna slice it. So you actually get 2 fried herb cheeses out of 1. That's fantastic. Now you're gonna add some flour to this bowl and then panko breadcrumbs with Italian seasoning to that one.
Okay.
We're not waiting for stiff peaks on this.
I always wait for the stiff peaks. That's my thing.
Oh boy. Yes. And so.
Oh, these aren't ceramic.
No.
Flour, good amount of flour?
That's perfect. That's perfect.
All right.
And then panko breadcrumbs with your Italian seasoning.
Yep, got it.
And you're just gonna measure that out till your heart's content. So what we did before is we actually set up some fried herb cheeses. And in all honesty, this is one that you can make ahead at home if you want. You're going to a big party, you want to make some up and be fancy. You put, once you prep them, so you do, we're gonna do we're doing flour, then egg, then panko breadcrumbs with Italian seasoning, and then you put them right back in the freezer and you let them sit there. And that way it firms up for you because it is a very soft cheese. So we're gonna actually get one started while he's making our next one. Yes. All right.
Throw it in there.
No.
Oh God.
Oh no.
That's close enough. We're just gonna hold it.
What?
Okay. So
Okay.
this is what our it's falling apart. Well, we took it out a little early because we didn't know when we were supposed to be doing cheese.
I thought we were doing cheese like 20 minutes ago.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
And that's why you put it in the freezer and let it get firm. Okay.
Okay.
So flour.
Flour.
Yep. You're gonna coat that with flour. Just love it. Get it all over there. Yep. All right. Then you're gonna do egg.
Yep.
And now this one gets a little bit tricky because the egg does not like to stick to the flour, but you're gonna coat it as much as possible. So just keep moving, keep it moving.
Yeah, look at that.
With the piano music under it,
Yeah.
it sounds like I feel like I'm watching Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood.
That's right.
All right.
Our friend the cheese.
Our friend the cheese gets a lovely egg coating.
And then we want.
Yes, and then we move it right over into the panko breadcrumbs.
Oh, hello.
Coat it in
panko.
there till it's nice and glorious. We set ours up. I was gonna say, yes, it's a hot oil. Normally, I'm not gonna lie. Normally, I pan fry. Which to me is a lot easier because then you can judge it on both sides there. You can see how you're doing. If you're doing a home fryer, earlier we attempted to do, but just do it. It's fine. It's great. Yeah, with that egg in there, it'll be amazing.
Look at that.
Did you just throw stuff on the floor?
Not intentionally.
Yeah. All right. We got a little bit longer in there. Oh. Maybe we'll increase it just a little, make it a little hotter in there. But yeah, we said this fryer earlier. We attempted one just to try it out and see how we had it going on there. I think we wind up setting it at like 350, but it wind up cooking a little too fast for us, so it got a little too dark too quick. So we did lower this one. So we had, I think originally it set it down to 3. Shots, you get drunk faster. I know it's all making sense now. So at prime time, they serve it with strawberries, grapes, crostinis, and then they have like a strawberry sauce that they do. I didn't do strawberry sauce, but we've got pita chips, grapes, and strawberries. So we did a lovely little setup there. Right? Ooh, so fancy.
From the crowd.
Ooh.
You're on Martha Stewart living.
That's right. That's right, with my guest today, Snoop Dogg. Yeah. So that's actually looking pretty good.
Find some forks.
Yeah. Right? It smells delicious. And we are going to dump it out and just put it on a napkin in order to get that. Where'd Nick go? Nick! Oh.
I thought he went to the bathroom with his mic on again. All we heard was
I was
like
gonna say, did you want to go ahead and put yours in?
I do.
So just put that right into the basket there.
Basket.
Yep, and then go ahead and set it down into the
hot.
oil. It's very hot, so please be careful. Yeah, and just, yeah.
Right there?
Please don't burn yourself.
Yay!
Look at
We
that.
don't have insurance, yeah. But this is, as you can see here, this is what the coloring should look like. Normally you would get, like I said, one of these at prime time with grapes, strawberries, and 3 crostinis. But most of the time we go in the back and just ask for more for you anyways, I'm not gonna lie. Because there's never enough bread. So yeah. And so I don't know if you want to put one down there.
I do.
That's right.
There we go.
That's exactly how they played it.
It's true. Just drop it right on there. So yeah. So that's the fried herb cheese, and we'll have some up and for everybody in a few minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, that's all I got.
Thank you, Sabrina and Nick. Thank you.
You're welcome.
My panel.
Yeah.
But I have no panel. They're super chats. Let's do these. The Rowdy Texan Abroad 499. Did anyone make the "I've got some pork you can pull" joke? Sir, this is a family show. Please. John Purtle with the blank super chat 199. Steve Mermelstein, $5 towards bourbon, cough drops, or whatever will help Eric feel better.
Andy said, I can't tell what's real and what's not.
Both, someone said. Bourbon-flavored cough drops. We'll find them. Andy Betts with the $49.99 blank super chat. Thank you, Andy. Thank you so much. Did you hit 50? No, we've hit we're gone rainbow. There you go. Shouldn't have drank that water. All right. Next, John Purnell, 199. Hope you're happy for making Orange Bird cry.
Oh.
He should. You know, like, I love the Orange Bird. His dessert is gross, but I love him. But there should be a coconut bird. I'm sorry. We need a coconut. Now get the quesadilla bird. That's like 15 years ago. No one even remembers that anymore.
I think I might.
Coconut bird, little coconut bird. Let's make it happen. Thank you. A giant coconut bird. Yeah, I mean, it's a coconut bird. Yeah. And the coconut's heavier, so he's just always upside down. Wouldn't that be adorable? He's just always upside down.
Yes, a cockamora bird.
Cockamora bird. I don't have half my panel, so I don't know what to do. They're coming.
What's more dangerous, their fryer or the cornballer?
The cornballer.
The
wow.
cornballer.
God.
Don't touch the cornballer.
Don't touch the corn. There's money in the bananas. It's a banana, Michael. How much can it cost?
$10?
Oh, look at you have like this fancy plate of cheese.
Wow. Do we get to have fancy plates of cheese too?
You brought the good china out for this.
Yes. You gotta take it. You gotta blow on it.
You have to go
take a
shit.
bite.
Nick's cutting it
Do I
up.
have to? Oh, okay. I'll go.
Can
grab.
we vote first? Hold on.
Oh,
a
yeah.
second.
What are we voting on?
I think he needs to taste it to know what to vote
Do
for.
I just take it?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
It's already
I'm
11
just
o'clock.
gonna take. Do I take a napkin?
Yeah, here,
Thank
take some
you.
cheese. You take some cheese.
I'll
You
take
did
that.
introduce these
Thank
already.
you.
Some fruit.
I'll grab that. Thank you.
I'm gonna start. The
please
number 4 seed Mickey Beignets from Port Orleans against the number 13 seed the Turkey Leg from everywhere. Rob, you're seated.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Which one you got?
Mickey Beignets is one of my favorite desserts on all property. Even if you're having them there, get them to go, because then you get them in the bag with extra sugar,
That's
and
right.
you can shake it.
Really good.
Mickey Beignets.
There you go. Sabrina.
Mickey beignets, and I don't like the smell of the turkey leg.
No one likes the smell of
And
turkey
yeah,
leg.
no. So
Only
Mickey
people who
beignets.
can't smell have it.
Nick.
Mickey
Fair.
beignets, they're awesome.
I'm going Mickey Beignet also. Desi.
Beignets.
Allison.
I hate the turkey leg so much. For some reason, whenever I did a live stream, people would try to super chat me to eat the turkey leg. I don't know why that was a thing, but I'm voting for the Mickey beignets.
Is this accurate? Is this poll accurate? Because this is amazing. Oh, come on. Who ruined it? I'm going to
Somebody.
find you.
We can.
We can see
Who's the two?
you. We-
RJ fan.
Who else? Who voted for
Jacob Finkelstein.
Who wrote number 4? There's no number 4.
An RJ fan.
Joshua Zillafro with the number 4. I don't think you quite understand how this operates. We're going to teach you how to do this, and Rosita had a mail thing. We're going to figure that out. People with these number 2s. Mickey Beignets by a landslide. That's another blowout. Let's move on to the next matchup, which is indeed the 12 seed, the fried herb cheese, up against the Satuli Bowl from Pandora, the World of Avatar. Sabrina, I know what you're going to pick, so let's just do it.
Yeah, fried herb cheese all the way. It's one of my
I
absolute
have to
favorites.
try this, in fairness.
Yeah.
Get over here. There you go.
I wish we had a
want that?
full plate over on our table.
I know.
Nick, what you got?
I'm not going to be swayed by fried herb cheese sitting here on my table. I'm definitely going with Satuli Canteen Bowl because those are amazing and delicious.
Which one do you get?
Which one do I get? I don't remember my mix. I have I gotta
What
see
protein do you get?
Chicken.
Do you know what the
No.
Satuli
No.
Bowl is?
It's like
Wait, I gotta ask this: how bad is the cheese you cooked then? Because I feel like it's got to be better than this cheese I'm eating. Like you.
I don't remember stuff.
One of those things.
Desi, go
Remember?
ahead.
No, the fork.
there was a time last year when I was going through some health problems, and there were very few things that I could eat, and I could actually eat the Satuli Bowl, and it was delicious. So I gotta go with the Satuli Bowl.
Allison.
I mean, the cheese I just made was delicious, but that Satuli bowl is my go-to.
Rob, what are you picking?
I'm picking that cheese that I just ate.
Oh, yeah.
Because one is really good. And I'm going to be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of the Satuli Bowl. I like the cheeseburger pods much better anyway. So I'm going to go with the fried cheese.
Okay. For the sake of Sabrina, who just made fried cheese, I'm going to vote for the fried cheese to leave it up to so we can blame the audience.
The fried cheese was very good, but the Satuli
It was.
bowl is my go-to.
Oh, the audience picked Satuli. I'm sorry, Sabrina. You cooked for them, and look at this disrespect.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
we only
come
got
on.
one bite. If we each got our own little cheese.
We don't have a whole
It's still
plate.
cooking. Is it?
Chicken,
There's more
chicken's
coming.
a choice.
It is. I didn't say it
Okay,
wasn't.
well, you made me rethink. Like, you would be like, wait, what am I?
Did you just look up to see
Yeah.
if you could choose chicken?
Yes.
People think it's an act.
I know what I get.
They think
Yes.
it's an act.
The
And it scares me.
the
how
spicy
real it is.
tofu
like,
is
I feel like the
wonderful.
fried herb cheese
It's
is gonna
good, it's very
lose.
good.
I'm glad it went down to like the Satuli Bowl.
It was close. It was 4-3.
Yeah.
Someone could super chat.
It didn't go down in flames like the Saganaki on fire.
No, it did not. It held its own a little bit.
The number 8 coconut Dole Whip against this is tough. The number 9 seed, the chicken waffle sandwich from Sleepy Hollow. Oh man, Rob.
This is hard. This is probably the hardest matchup of the day for me so far.
I think it's for most of us.
I'm gonna pick the coconut Dole Whip because, to be honest, that's my favorite Dole Whip, and it's really the only Dole Whip I like. I'm not as big a fan of the pineapple or the citrus stuff, so I'm gonna go coconut Dole Whip.
Sabrina,
Oh man.
as you scoop cheese.
I know. I have no shame, man. I have no shame. I'm gonna go coconut Dole Whip. I really like the chicken and waffle sandwich. I think it's got it's got a good flavor to it, but coconut Dole Whip.
Nick.
I am not picking the ice cream.
Wow.
Chicken waffle sandwich. That thing is amazing, and it's so good. It's something I recreate all the time at home and for other people.
That's right. You did this on a Cooking with Nick. It
I
was really
did.
Good, yeah.
I did. It's a really delicious item.
Allison.
I have a question. The chicken and waffle sandwich, is that the spicy chicken?
Yeah, Sleepy Hollow. Yeah.
Oh, no. No.
Lucas, do you like the sandwich? It's brown.
He's right there.
He's like,
Where is?
yes.
Oh, he's right there. I'm screaming like he's in the back. Do you like the sandwich? He does like the sandwich.
Sorry, I'm gonna have to vote for the coconut whip.
Oh, she
I don't
didn't care what you think.
She only cares what you think if she doesn't like either option.
You're not a chicken waffle connoisseur.
I care what Lucas thinks, so I'll go with a chicken waffle.
This is like picking children. I imagine I don't have any. But-
Sometimes it's surprisingly easy.
oh,
Gonna go ahead and throw that out there.
These are like the only 2 things I eat in this park.
Again, great training foods, Tom.
The coconut Dole Whip's not bad. It's really not that bad for you. The chicken sandwich probably very bad. I think the coconut Dole Whip is consistent. The chicken and waffle sandwich isn't. I've had bad pieces of chicken from time to time. Sometimes they put too much of the sauce and it like kills it. I'm gonna go with the coconut Dole Whip.
This is not as close as I was expecting.
But the chat did pick the waffle sandwich, so it is a 4-3, which could easily be swayed. So we'll leave that open for super chats. Am I still going? Did you guys cover this one?
No, this is the end of the round.
Should I just go ahead? Okay. What's the last matchup in the Food Rocks quadrant?
No.
What?
You keep going with this matchup. The next one is in the next bracket. No, it's not.
Is this part of the show?
It's okay, we rehearsed this.
Ain't nobody got time for that, Eric.
Yeah, go for it. It's the Outpost mix versus the Ohio.
I have a sheet. The next matchup, the number 16 seed, the Outpost mix from Katsaka's Kettle against the Ohana Noodles. And of course, you know, Ohana means noodles, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to go first on this one. Ohana Noodles. It's the reason to go there. I love them. I will fight for them. They're wonderful. I do like the Outpost mix, though, in fairness. If you've never had it, I would try it. I do like it. Nick, I feel like is this a tough matchup for you?
No. The Outpost mix is really good, but no, those Ohana noodles are like.
Does Tom Brady eat noodles?
No, I doubt it.
So you break away from Tom Brady here.
Well,
that's how good these are.
I'm not sure he'd eat popcorn covered in sugar either.
This sounds like a miserable way to live.
Yeah.
Anyway. Sabrina.
Noodles. Ohana noodles.
Robert?
Noodles. We don't have to waste time on this.
Yeah.
Desi.
Last year I picked anything that was Star Wars, but it's a new year. Noodles.
New year, noodles.
She's going anything that Moana might touch.
Allison.
I love the Ohana noodles so much that I ate an entire plate of them, even though I knew that it was gonna give me a massive migraine for several days, and I ate them anyway. They're so delicious.
I would eat that skillet if you told me I'd die tomorrow. That's how good those noodles are. It's like, you'll die from this. Good. Bring more then.
It's a way to go.
And the chat has agreed it's a blowout. Ohana noodles. Pick up your Ohana means noodle shirt, carouselproducts.com. Well, let's send it back up to the boxed-in studio with Eric and Joe.
Tom, I believe we have some super chats that could flip some of these results. I don't know if we're
Should
ready
I
to
take
show
that? I'll take. Oh, back to me. Let's see. Here we go. Steve Mermelstein, $5. Pete Warner is so upset about the steak and eggs loss, he rushed over in nothing but his bathrobe and is waiting to fight all of you in the parking lot.
I guess we can do.
Wow. He's in line with all the other people that want to fight me in the parking lot. JC Bobbitt, $9.99. Justice for fried herb cheese.
Oh. Yes.
That ties it.
Uh-oh.
See what else we got.
I don't know how many.
But then we got one for the Satuli Bowl. So it is not WWE Mickey. It is no longer tied. JC Bob at 99. Really, 2 in a row. Chicken waffle sandwich will rise again. That does tie that matchup.
Uh-oh.
What? Do we have any more? Is that it? One more.
The suspense.
Tune in Lounger 99 must defend my home turf. Fried herb cheese, keep on going.
Yes!
That is tied again.
So what ones are tied right now?
2 matchups are tied right now. We have the, oh boy, we have the coconut Dole Whip and the chicken waffle sandwich are tied, and also the herb cheese and the Satuli Bowl are also tied.
So send in more super chats, or else we got to come up with a tiebreaker.
Yeah, that's kind of where we're at. In the meantime, while those are tied, back to Eric and Jill.
So, in our infinite wisdom...
Wait, there's another one.
Oh.
Hold on. WWE Mickey Satuli Bowl again! Satuli Bowl back in the lead. Are we clear now, Jake? We're clear. Eric, Jill, take it away.
That ends the bracket. The Satuli Bowl wins that one, but we still have a tie on our hands. And guess what? We didn't come up with anything as a tiebreaker.
But maybe, Eric, if by the end of the show, if the tie's not broken, you and I are going to have to step in and correct all of this.
We'll leave that one open to Super Chats for now.
But it's still open to Super Chats till the end of the show.
That has to be, right? There's no way
till the
around
end.
it. The other one, the bracket is over. That one's done, but in the event of a tie, we leave it open.
So, Eric,
I think there should be a Saganaki on Firebird.
yes, I like that idea. Also, I want to share a couple of things I've learned. One is that bourbon has the same effect on me that noodles have on Miss Allison.
Which is worth it, even if you're going to feel bad.
And that a 5-ounce bird cannot carry a coconut.
What if it was an African swallow?
What if there were 2 African swallows and they kind of created a little hammock and carried the coconut? That we would have to test out that theory.
Smart ride.
I'm willing to give it a shot on an episode of Man vs. Park.
We should try it. Here's the other thing that shocks me about this year's tournament, Eric. So far, we are halfway through the first round, and the word iconic has only been used twice.
Oh,
Did you say iconic?
4 times. We've literally doubled it in the last 30 seconds.
You know I'm editor in the morning, right?
There's a super chat.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Cheese, please, times 3.
Yes.
JC Bobbitt for the cheese.
Oh.
So we're back
That's
to
tied again.
We're back to tied.
Wait, no.
Oh, no.
Dina Jollis chicken waffle. That's a
Wait,
different
so now that
matchup.
one's
$9.99.
untied.
Chicken waffle back in the lead.
Chicken waffles winning,
Let's
but
leave
now
both
the
of these
situ-
up.
Wait, there's another one. Herb cheese. Emma
but-
Cooley
but
for
that's
herb
only-
cheese.
You need
Oh, it's not
10.
enough. It's $4.99.
$4.99. Emma, what?
Somebody else needs to come in with
Can
5.
somebody add 5 more to her? Does it have to be a
Emma
10?
thought she got a
Emma
Wiggs
has
It
discount.
has to be
Okay.
10.
Emma thought she got a Wiggs discount.
No.
No.
Sorry, Emma.
Coconut Dole Whip, living the dream.
Oh, there's
Also,
another.
kudos to whoever wrote the ticker.
That was a group effort.
That is a tie again on that one.
There's a lot of action here happening at the end of the bracket.
We got to move forward. We'll circle back with the super chats, but we have an exciting matchup. Cobb salad from the Hollywood Brown Derby is a 1 seed going against fried rice. I don't know which fried rice.
It's the
Yak and
Yak
fried
and
rice?
Yeti fried rice, which I had for the first time recently. Shout out to the bartenders at Yak and Yeti, who are now my favorite people. Also for allowing me to create that horrifying Figment decorated Buddha, which, thanks to one of our very own Wiggs members, we know still is on the shelf at Yak and Yeti. Then-
Filet sliders.
Yeah.
Versus the Cheshire Cat Tail.
Oh, the Cheshire Cattail, classic treat from the
I
Magic
feel like you're a
Kingdom.
little biased just because you're like.
I might be.
I mean,
slightly
Jill,
biased.
if you watch Box, then you know Jill owns Cheshire Cat shoes.
Oh, I should have worn him. I didn't wear him tonight.
She bought a
got
cat
stuff on
and
it.
dyed it in
I
Cheshire
did.
Cat
Yeah.
colors. And stuffed it.
Oh, no.
No.
Sorry, that was on the DSSPA.
You're watching
SPCA
weird
commercial.
stuff on TikTok.
I'm watching a lot of weird
Oh,
stuff. The Hoop Fried Chicken, that's from Hoop-de-Doo Review.
Everybody loves that hoop fried chicken.
Everybody loves being handed a bucket of chicken.
And the cheesy brisket from Wilderness Lodge come in on that one.
Wait,
Wow.
And then, two more classic
I know. Oh, yeah.
What are you going to do?
Rice cream
You'll
from
find
the
out.
Norway,
Lucas is giving the audience cheese
the Norway bakery in Epcot versus the
Ooey,
Gooey
gooey toffee cake.
from Liberty Tree Tavern.
Which I'm surprised is not on 1 seed.
I recall a News Tonight conversation discussion panel we had years ago where we talked about our favorite meals. We could put together an appetizer, entree, and dessert, and there were a number of people that chose Ooey Gooey Toffee Cake as their favorite dessert. That would be like their death row meal if they could have one.
You know what nobody chose as their entree? The platter at Woody's Roundup Rodeo Barbecue today.
There's a sausage in my boot.
And we're going to send it back down to the panel under the rotunda.
Cool. There's a super chat. There's the correct amount. 99 Herb Cheese forgot it was 10 and not 5. So there's another one for Herb Cheese now in the lead.
That's what I like to hear.
But there's another one for the Satuli Bowl from One Harbor. That's tied again. But then Ron Sabo, Satuli Bowl, and shout out to audio to your audio guys. Okay, whatever.
It's better than $9.99.
Whatever. So that's another one for, what was that?
Satuli.
Satuli.
Yeah.
Satuli's in the lead. Technically, we're at the end of that round, so I should close that matchup.
No,
I think,
we said we're going to leave it going for the show because
The whole show?
are we?
Yeah.
Okay.
Leave
We'll
it
keep
going.
it going.
Leave
Those
it
two
going.
matches are still open then. Herb
Yeah.
cheese and Satuli Bowl and coconut Dole Whip and chicken sandwich. Okay. Move on. All right. Number 1 seed, the Cobb salad from the Hollywood Brown Derby against the fried rice from Yak and Yeti. Let's make this one quick. Alice.
Yeah, it's Cobb salad.
Desi.
I'm so sorry. I like the fried rice. I mean, it's
Okay.
good. I'm
All
Asian.
right.
I'm sorry.
All right, Nick.
I'm sorry. I like the Cobb salads.
Sabrina.
Emma and Jake ate the fried
I don't like either one of them.
Vote for what's more iconic then.
I'm gonna vote just to make things interesting.
How dare you? Don't
Do it.
I'm doing it. Fried rice.
Yes.
Wow. It's Cobb salad.
Thank you. You all know me. You know how I make a living. Cobb salad. 4-2. It's from Jaws. 4-2, and
Look at the
I don't know
chat.
if this is
Yeah.
updated or not. There we go.
70%.
I'm going to give them another couple seconds, but I think
They're picking
we
Cobb
know
salad.
what the result's going to be. I'm going to see if that changes one more time, because we finished kind of quick.
Oh,
I'll give it another second since it went that way. Michael Burke, in the meantime, super chatted 1999 Bowl times 2.
Oh.
That's 2 points for the Satuli Bowl. Getting hard to track now. I'm running out of space. It's 10 to 7.
7.
Yeah,
Do people care about that one so much?
Yeah, nobody's fighting for the waffle and the Dole Whip and the coconut Dole Whip.
Yeah.
Cobb salad just went back in the direction of Cobb salad, so we're going to call it. That's 5-2. Cobb salad over fried rice. I will remember who voted for fried rice. Next matchup, the filet sliders from the Boathouse up against the Cheshire Cattail from Cheshire Cafe at the Magic Kingdom. Desi.
This is a really tough call, but I think I need to go with the Cheshire Cattail.
Someone in the crowd just went, what? What?
I know.
Lil John is here. Allison.
The filet, that's Boathouse, right?
Yes.
It is one of my favorite things on property, actually. I love those sliders.
So you're going with the sliders?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Nick.
I feel bad. This is the first one where I don't care about either one. I'm going to go Cheshire Cattail.
Sabrina.
I'm going to do cattail.
Rob.
I eat those sliders weekly. I'm going to go with the sliders.
You do spend a lot of time at the
I spend quite a bit of time at the boat. More time than here, which is amazing.
Yeah. I'm going to go with, I love Boathouse. This is not what I order there, though. I like the Cheshire Cattail. I'm going with the Cattail. And, but I mean, the folks at home clearly like the Cheshire Cattail. That is way in the lead, so Cheshire Cattail is going to get the home vote. That's 5-2 for the Cheshire Cattail. All right, on to the next matchup, which has got to be like picking children for Nick, I'm sure. It's the Hoop-de-Doo Review Fried Chicken, the number 5 seed, against the number 12 seed, the Cheesy Brisket from Geyser Point at Wilderness Lodge. Nick, I'll give you some time to think about it.
No, I'm ready.
Go? You ready? Go for it.
Oh, this isn't as hard as you think. I'm going to vote against Hoop-de-Doo again.
Why did you wear the shirt?
I don't know.
Somebody from Hoop-de-Doo is coming. They're confiscating your shirt right now.
The fried chicken, to me, that's not memorable. Like, the place is memorable. The fried chicken isn't. That cheesy brisket, though, I make trips to Geyser Point just to have that, sit out there, watch the water pageant, enjoy the evening. Like, I go there for that. So, I don't go to Hoop-de for the chicken.
Sabrina.
Cheesy brisket.
Wow.
So good. So good.
Rob.
Chicken. I always get more of it. That's how good
More
it is.
chicken.
Yeah, more chicken. They
chicken.
got to keep coming with buckets and buckets to my table.
Allison.
Hold on, I'm asking Lucas to bring me a cheese plate.
Okay, good. Well, I have a half a cheese coming for you guys.
Do you? That fried chicken is amazing. We're voting for fried chicken.
Desi.
I have a soft spot in my heart for the Wilderness Lodge, so I got to go with cheesy brisket.
Wow. I love the cheesy brisket, but Hoop fried chicken, the song and the bucket, and it's magical. It's magical. I didn't say iconic.
Oh, you said it.
God. Sorry.
Publix fried chicken is better.
Get out of here. I mean, in fairness, there might be.
I mean, the chicken tender sub is pretty good.
They're
Depends
good.
which
but
one
I
you
mean,
go to. Oh man. So that's. Did I miscount? No, that's right. It's a tie. What do we got in the chat? The chat going for the Hoop-de-Doo fried chicken review. 4-3. There we go. Then we're going to the next match, right? Yeah. Rice cream. Or did you guys not talk about this yet? We did. Okay, number 13 seed, the rice cream from the Kringla Bakery Old Cafe against the Ooey Gooey Toffee Cake from Liberty Tree Tavern. I'm going to start this one off. Ooey Gooey Toffee Cake is the best dessert I've ever had in my entire life. And it's most of the reason I eat at that restaurant. There's not much else of a reason to eat there. I mean, the interior's nice, but it's really just for the Ooey Gooey Toffee Cake. So that's my vote. Allison?
The toffee cake.
Desi?
I think when you asked us what we would put on the list, I was the first person to answer, and I answered with ooey gooey toffee cake.
Yeah. Robert?
It's genius. They make you eat an entire meal of food that you have to pay for just to get this dessert.
They never put it on the a la carte menu.
Yeah,
no.
they won't do it. They make you pay because they know you're going for that reason. The toffee cake.
Sabrina?
Toffee cake.
Nick?
Toffee cake.
That's 6 in the chat. Oh, it's not even close.
Yeah, that's not
Poor
good.
ice cream.
Yeah.
Ice cream's pretty
Didn't-
decent.
Didn't have a chance.
That's a shame. Yeah. So 7-0. Now we're going back to Eric and Joe. Hold on. There's a transition.
There's a whoosh. Gotta wait for the whoosh.
Well-
So there was some exciting debate there. I'm pretty excited to see that some of my favorites, like the Cheshire Cat tail, won.
What happens if at the end of this whole tournament the winner is a salad?
Eric will die a little inside.
I mean, like, we've seen a number of, like, decision-making rubrics here, right? Like, whether they're noodles or not, whether, like, how consistent the food is, whether it's, like, how filling it is, whether Tom Brady eats it or not. We have a number of decision-making factors. None of them so far have been salad-based, but it's still wide open.
I have walked around Walt Disney World for decades and looked around. I assure you that a salad is not the favorite food of Walt Disney World. All right?
I think you can get a sense from like what the perspective of the guest, what the guest is doing, how the guest is carrying
They ain't
themselves.
eating
Let's say
salads.
they're not eating salads when they're on vacation in Disney World.
I want to take a minute, though, and I want to talk about the things that didn't make it in. And what is your number one thing you don't see in the bracket?
I want to tell you, Eric, one of my favorite foods in all of property is the tuna niçoise carpaccio at the Hollywood Brown Derby. It's an appetizer. It's like thinly sliced tuna with all of these little niçoise toppings, and then you get this nice little crusty bread, and everyone's looking at me like, oh, look at her. Meh, meh, meh. But it's delicious. It's my favorite thing. I think it belongs on this bracket way more than weird stuff like caramel corn and I don't know what else.
Do you eat
The
that with
burgers-
your pinky up or down?
I totally do it with my pinky up. I totally do it with my pinky up. What's your favorite thing that didn't make the list, Eric?
I think that far and away, the ham and cheese bocadillo at Dahlia.
Oh, that's a
Ham
really
and cheese
nice
bocadillo at Dahlia,
sandwich.
man, that sandwich, right?
Yeah, it's a
I know
great
you know.
sandwich. It's a
Right.
great sandwich.
Anyway, we've got that was Cobb salad one, Cheshire Cat tail one, the hoop fried chicken one, but it's
But like
Could be-
barely,
could be swayed.
surprisingly barely, because that's like, dare I say, iconic. And of course, the ooey gooey toffee cake. No surprise there that it swept.
ooey gooey toffee cake could make a very deep run for a 4 seed.
I think it's definitely going to happen.
I mean-
From the reaction of the panel, they are very pro.
That is the
ooey
one
gooey.
item that everybody in this room, when they heard it, their mouth watered just
Nobody
a little.
can
You tasted
argue.
it just a little.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
All right, next up, corn dog nuggets. Those are everywhere.
Oh my goodness. Versus Gobi Manchurian from Nomad Lounge
Wow.
and Tiffin's, which I got to tell you, if you haven't had it, go check out that cauliflower. It is incredible.
While we're at Nomad Lounge, the Nomad churros.
I think overrated. Hot take, I don't like them compared to regular churros.
They're going against the caramel corn, I assume, from the
Oh,
place in Germany who we always
the
pronounce the name wrong.
caramel something.
Cooch.
I just call let's be real. We call it caramel coochie.
It is, and I have a lot of things to say about that, but I'm
It's
gonna
the
save
cooch.
those.
It's across from the glass kunst. That's the name of it.
I mean, there would be a lot happier women in
What
this
it's
world
called.
if any of that were true.
Isn't it it's a play on glasnost, right?
Yeah. The jalapeno pretzel, Hollywood Studios. Ooh, against Tonga toast.
Oh, that is classic.
That is-
I've been eating Tonga toast since I started coming to Walt Disney World in the 1980s.
That is the third pretzel, I think, that we've seen.
It is.
Finally,
Almost as
to
if that's
round
a
out.
theme park.
Does
what
Lucas
we are
like
calling-
it, though? That's the question we're waiting to find out with bated breath.
And by the way, we are calling this the confectionery bracket.
This is
This-
the Main
this
Street
region.
confectionary bracket.
Brazilian cheese bread.
Oh, I'm a huge fan.
Huge fan.
Huge fan of the
That's
Skipper
it,
Canteen.
Skipper Canteen.
Yeah.
And ooh,
Oh, the kitchen sink.
kitchen sink. If you like cherries and you want 60 of them at a time. I
Infamous,
highly recommend
right?
this.
Infamous, but is it your favorite? There's what we're going to find out.
Sponsored by Lactaid. We send you back down under the rotunda.
Yep. You'll find a Lactaid logo on our restroom doors tonight. Put that on there. All right, the corn dog nuggets, which I don't think we're talking about for multiple occasions. I think we're specifically referring to Casey's Corner. Against the Gobi Manchurian, which are the cauliflower from the Tiffin's and as well the Nomad Lounge. Nick, why don't you start us off?
I believe it or not, this one's hard. Like I actually like the corn dog nuggets are probably one of the worst foods that I enjoy eating. But the Gobi Manchurian, those are just made perfectly. And I tried twice to make them, and it failed both times. And so I'm going to go with the Gobi Manchurian because I can't even recreate those properly.
Yeah. Sabrina?
So I love corn dog nuggets. However, ever since they took the cheese away,
I know.
and it's
takes away
just
a
you
little
can't
bit.
go and get your own, and it's lacking something for me now. That's why I'm gonna go Gobi Manchurian.
Rob?
You know what? I'm gonna try to go with the upset with you guys. The Gobi Manchurian is it's better. I know the nuggets are classic and kids and everything else we can talk about all, but the Gobi Manchurian's a better dish.
I think Sabrina made a really good point about the cheese being gone. I
Mhm.
think that really brought Casey's down, right? Same with a lot of places at Magic Kingdom. There's kind of the only thing a lot of them had going for them was
Yeah.
the hot cheese. Nick introduced this dish to me, and I totally agree. I think it's, I didn't really eat cauliflower before this, and now everywhere I go, I try it. And it's never, like, there's plenty of places where it's good,
Yeah.
but this is still the best take on it I've ever had. Absolutely the Gobi. Allison?
I love the Gobi Manchurian. The cauliflower is like the perfect crispness. It's not like it's like crisp but not too crunchy and hard. I love it. Gobi.
Desi?
Gobi Manchurian.
That is 6-0 in the chat. I'm not surprised.
Does
that
not
the chat,
agree.
The chat likes corn dog nuggets. So we're gonna give them their point. 6-1 for the Gobi Manchurian. Quite an upset. Quite
Sorry,
an upset.
chat.
All right, back to the Nomad, an 11 seed, the Nomad Churros against the caramel corn from the Caramel Cooch, which is indeed across from the kiosk called the Glass Kunst. That's a real thing. Look it up. So let's go ahead. Desi, why don't you start us off?
I'm gonna go with the caramel corn. I actually like both of these, but I'm gonna go with the caramel corn.
Allison?
Definitely caramel corn.
Robert Piano.
Caramel corn too, and if you haven't had it, you should try it. It's not as simple as you would think. It's like really good. You open a bag, the bag's gonna be gone.
You got to get it
Yeah.
fresh, though. You
Yes,
got to see
yes.
when they've just made it.
Yes,
right?
don't get the ones that are prepackaged on the side. Go to the
Yeah.
counter, get it fresh.
Wait in the line.
Yeah.
Sabrina.
I'm gonna go with a caramel corn too.
Nick.
I hate you. Because you know I love those churros. And I love sitting at Nomad, getting my Mustang coffee.
I'm
munching on
going
some
to be
churros.
totally honest with you. I know it seems like I did this on purpose. I am totally serious. I did not set this
No,
up this way.
I have to go with the caramel corn.
Are you serious?
Oh, yeah. The caramel corn is beyond delicious. Like,
Yeah.
when you get it fresh, it's not like, because caramel corn sticks in your teeth and all that.
Yeah.
This like melts in your
Melts,
mouth,
yeah.
right? And it's
Yeah.
just so good. Yeah.
I agree. People at Disneyland kept talking up on Buena Vista Street. They have a stand that makes fresh caramel corn, and people are like, "You gotta get it, you gotta get it." That's why there's always a line there. I got it. It was terrible. And I was like, wow, there is a snack at Disney World we do better, which is such a rarity. And I think that speaks volumes for the quality of this location. So caramel corn. And you at home have absolutely agreed, caramel corn, 7-0 over your Nomad churros. I'm sorry, I guess there's just not that good.
Yeah, 7.
Yeah, 7. All right, speaking of 7, the 7-seed jalapeno pretzel against Tonga toast from the Polynesian. Allison.
Pretzel sounds spicy.
Is that jalapeno part? Is that
I
the
don't
part?
like that. No. Also, Tonga toast is great, so we're going to vote for Tonga toast.
Desi.
This is the hardest bracket for me. I love both of these so much.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the Tonga toast.
I am going to go with the jalapeno pretzel. I love this. It's the only pretzel I feel like ever comes not stale. I like right amount of spice, creaminess. I love this thing. Nick.
This was one of the easier ones for me. Tonga toast is pure perfection. Like yeah, love it.
Sabrina.
Tonga toast.
Yeah.
It's just so
Not going to
good.
matter, but I was going to go with the pretzel. I think that's the best pretzel Disney does.
Nobody even consulted Lucas on this.
No one consulted Lucas. And the chat agrees on Tonga toast. So 5-2 Tonga toast over the jalapeno pretzel. It's fine. More for me to enjoy. The number 15 seed, the Brazilian cheese bread, which isn't even on the menu at Skipper Canteen, against the number 2 kitchen sink from Beaches and Cream. Nick, being the ice cream connoisseur, we'll start with you.
Ice cream over cheese.
There you go, Sabrina.
Here's the thing with the kitchen sink. While I mean it's iconic. I'm sorry, guys, but it is. It's literally them just throwing a bunch of stuff in a sink and being like, "There you go."
That's the name.
I know. But literally, that's what you're paying
Do you think
for.
they're
is
rolling
the
these
name.
cheese bread by hand at Magic Kingdom?
Do you think they're rolling the jalapeno pretzel by hand?
No, they're not.
No.
But I mean, if the point is that it's not like
bagged.
well thought out, I mean, if it's not a lot of effort.
Design with the
They literally dump green sauce in the middle of the plate and then just throw the balls in it.
You're from New York. You appreciate a good schmear.
Here with his
That
balls.
one's like a pap. Anyway.
Oh, no.
Sabrina.
Sabrina.
You know what? I'm gonna give it to the cheese bread. I'm going cheese bread for once. I'm
Rob.
gonna have one vote.
The cheese bread's good, but the kitchen sink's the answer.
A whole can. Miss Allison.
This was tough for me. I forgot who brought it up, but I think it was Sabrina that there's just like so much going on with the kitchen sink that like it just kind of all meshes together with the different flavors. So I'm gonna do the cheese bread.
Desi.
I have PTSD from the kitchen sink. There were like orange slices in there. It was really weird. I gotta go with the cheese bread.
I'm going with the kitchen sink. I don't even really like the kitchen sink, but I think the cheese bread's overrated. No Way Jose is the thing to order there, I'm sorry. The chat agrees on kitchen sink, so it's a 4-3. Could be swayed with a super chat. Let's hand it back up to Jill and Eric.
We've got one bracket left, Eric.
There was some interesting stuff going on, man.
This has been an incredibly exciting tournament.
Kitchen sink, it's interesting because, first of all, nobody on a panel has ever finished one.
I mean,
Certainly not by themselves.
How? It's designed not to.
I do something called the bathroom sink, where I just put ice cream in my bathroom sink, and I eat it with, like, whiskers and, you know, it's not very good.
Shaving cream is one of the toppings.
Yeah, there's some residue from some scope.
Oh, a little bit of
No, everything.
crust.
But ooey gooey toffee cake in a route.
Totally.
Gobi Manchurian.
That was a surprise. I was happy about it because Gobi Manchurian is delicious, but that was unexpected.
But in my household, nobody's ever been like, I gotta get some Gobi Manchurian to watch the fireworks with. They say it about corn dog nuggets all the time.
Oh, your household is a fan of actually, your household is the only reason I've ever eaten corn dog nuggets.
Right? And we all know who that person is.
We do.
Excuse me.
Huge sweep of caramel corn over the Nomad churros. That was really, but I mean, there you go. We do something better than Disneyland, and it's caramel corn.
Well, it was up against a Walt Disney World churro.
No, it wasn't though. The Nomad Lounge churros are actually significantly different
It's
than
still
your
a
average
Disney World churro.
That's fair. That's fair.
It puts it 9 steps below the worst Disneyland churro. It pains me to say that. I love Nomad Lounge, and I eat those churros.
Thankfully, Tonga Toast won out over the jalapeno pretzel. Tonga Toast is such a classic Walt Disney World and Polynesian treat. I've been literally, I started coming to Walt Disney World as a child, staying at the Polynesian because it was one of the only 2 resorts you could stay at back then. And Tonga Toast was like our breakfast multiple days. And I have so much love for it. I love that it still exists, that even though it has moved, its home has moved significantly over the years, it still exists and you can still get it at the Polynesian to this day. Happy to see that win.
If you're watching and you've never had them, the matchup with kitchen sink and the Brazilian cheese bread, I recommend the cheese bread because with the kitchen sink, you're going to be calling a doctor in, possibly a plumber.
Sponsored by Lactaid.
Yeah, so we're entering the last bracket. We're calling this the starring roles.
A little homage because one of our treats in this bracket is from the now defunct, sadly, Starring Roles Bakery at Disney's Hollywood Studios. So we're starting out our bracket with a big player, a heavy hitter in the Dole Whip, the classic original Dole Whip.
Well, this says Dole Whip, multiple locations. Remember when they used to say the only place you can get a Dole Whip is at Disney or at the Dole Plantation in Hawaii, and now
No
it's
longer
like, or
true.
Disney, or this place at Disney,
I can get
or
it
that
at
place
Twisty
at Disney,
Treat.
or at Publix, or
I can get it at the Twisty Treat down the street.
it used to be elusive. No longer.
No longer.
It's against Parker House Rolls at the Yacht and
Oh,
Bistro.
with those delicious toppings.
That's at Ale and Compass.
Yeah, you get the bacon jam. Oh, good stuff.
So that'll be interesting to see. The burger spring roll at Magic Kingdom.
Oh, the cheeseburger spring roll from the spring
famous
roll
spring
cart.
roll cart.
Love it going in, hate it coming out.
Cream cheese pretzel. Wow.
Same.
A horrifying picture just popped up in my head. The cream cheese pretzel, you can get a number of places. I'll just say like Lunching Pat is a common place for that,
Yeah,
right?
for sure. And then our next 2 matchups, we've got the fish and chips from the United Kingdom in Epcot.
From our church, the Rosencrantz.
From right next door to church, anyway.
The Ronto wrap, available
Oh.
at Ronto Roasters.
And sometimes at
And
Docking
sometimes
Bay,
Docking Bay.
depending on how they're being weird about it.
Oh, tachos.
Oh, from Woody's Lunchbox. Not
If
to
you
be
like
confused.
tater tots.
Not to be confused with the tater tots you can now get as of today at Woody's Roundup Barbecue.
Married Spuds.
By the way, Joe thought if this tournament started today that perhaps the fried pickles from Woody's Roundup
might put
Barbecue
in
could
a
be
vote.
I don't know if sides can be in the competition.
I
don't
would
know how
put
this
in a
works.
vote for those fried pickles. Pro tip, ask them for the Green Goddess dressing and then dip your fried pickle spears into the Green Goddess dressing. A+.
And the tachos are going up against
Another
the
heavy hitter.
iconic
I mean, literally, you can't
Mickey waffle.
you can't walk through Disney World without tripping over a Mickey waffle.
I feel like this requires specifics because there are some places that know how to do a Mickey waffle right, and there are some places that know how to do a Mickey waffle wrong, and the places that do them wrong are the most popular ones. So let's take it to the panel
See what
to
they have
fight
to
it
say.
out.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right, so number 2 seed, the Dole Whip, versus the number 15 seed in the Parker House Rolls from the Ale and Compass. Sabrina, why don't you start us off?
Dole Whip.
You didn't have to think about that.
Nope.
Rob?
I think the Dole Whip is the most overrated thing at Disney, and I know I'm going to get hate for it. It's not one of my favorite. Those rolls are freaking delicious. I'll eat 100 of those rolls without having a Dole Whip, so I'm going the rolls.
Nick?
I mean, I agree Dole Whip is overrated, but I'm gonna have to vote Dole Whip. I can't vote rolls over Dole Whip. I just can't. That's weird.
It's kind of ice cream.
It is. It's kind of.
Allison?
The rolls are great. I like Dole Whip as well. Fun fact about Dole Whip, if you get married on property, Dole Whip is one of the few things that you cannot have at your wedding.
Oh.
I know. But I am going to vote for Dole Whip.
Desi?
I am also going to go for Dole Whip because it's one of the few things that I could eat when I was going through my health issues, and I was happy to have a sweet treat at Disney World.
Refreshing.
I'm with Rob on this one. I think it is the most overrated thing, like, ever. The Parker House rolls, if you ever combine the bacon jam and the pub cheese together, my God, it's so good. I literally go there. That being said, everything at Ale and Compass is fantastic. It is the actual hidden gem, no matter how many hidden gems Disney Food Blog tells you exist. Ale and Compass is the actual hidden gem of Disney World. No one knows it's there. The only people that end up eating there are people that are at the yacht club and are like, what do we eat? That's all that goes there, and it's a shame because it is everything, every course at that restaurant is fantastic. So I'm going Parker House, but I think Dole Whip's going to take, it's a landslide in the chat for Dole Whip. So 5-2 Dole Whip over Parker House rolls. My poor rolls. All right, speaking of rolls, number 10 seed, the cheeseburger spring rolls are up against the cream cheese pretzel. It's the battle of the overrated street food at Magic Kingdom. Rob, what do you got?
I do like the cream cheese pretzel, but those burger spring rolls are great. Spring rolls.
Sabrina.
This one's actually a tough one for me because I love the cream cheese pretzel.
You fought real hard for that.
I know.
Yeah.
But I also really like the spring rolls. I'm going cream cheese pretzel.
Nick.
Cream cheese pretzel's disgusting. It is. It's just disgusting.
Listen, when you used to be able to get it from Scuttles, Scuttles knew how to make them right because that is what they specialized in. And you would get it, and it would be nice and soft in the middle. Oh.
The cheeseburger spring roll is not overrated. That thing is amazing. No, the thing is amazing. It's everything cheeseburger. Bring back the cheeseburger flatbread. How about that?
Get out of here with your artist palette.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Spring roll.
That was so beloved they got rid of it. Oh boy, I'm gonna go. I don't like either of these.
Really?
Josh and I had PTSD from that cart when they did the monthly ones.
Yeah.
I can't go near that thing. I don't really like the cream cheese pretzel, but I'm voting for it just because I can't with that cart. Desi.
I went to Magic Kingdom specifically to have a cream cheese pretzel because I knew that this was coming, and I hadn't had one in a while.
Yeah.
And it was terrible. So I have to go with the spring roll.
Allison.
I don't think the burger spring rolls are that good. I don't understand why people rave over them.
People love junk.
I'm going to vote for the pretzel.
Bob?
I went already.
He went.
Yep.
Oh, did you? Who didn't go?
The audience.
No, I only have 5 points
I don't
down.
think you marked me
No,
down.
you have 3 and 3.
What did
I
you
mean,
pick?
the screen has.
He went spring
spring
rolls.
It's tied. Okay. I missed one. But the chat likes the spring rolls. Surprise. So that's 4-3. The spring rolls over the cream cheese pretzel. All right, our next matchup, the number 6 seed, the fish and chips, which could be from Rose and Crown or outside at the Yorkshire shop, against the Rano wrap from Rano Roasters in Galaxy's Edge, and occasionally after a certain time every day at Docking Bay 7. Desi, you like to talk about Star Wars stuff. Go ahead.
This isn't even close. Ronto wrap all the way. I don't even know how fish and chips made it this high on the list.
People love it. Allison?
I think the Ronto wrap is kind of boring. I don't really like it that much.
Boring against fish and chips?
I also.
It's literally.
I think it's
fish.
also boring.
They're both
boring. I'm just saying that Ronto wrap has such a reputation, but I don't like it that great. So I'm gonna vote for fish and chips.
A lot of tension at that table. Wow. Nicholas.
Ronto wrap. So Ronto wrap is more boring than fish and chips.
I'm saying that they're both boring. I'm just saying that people rave so much over Ronto wrap that it's actually more boring than people make it out.
The fish and chips are average fish and chips that you could get literally anywhere in the world.
In fairness, I think they're pretty good if you eat inside. I like the ones at Rose and Crown.
Yeah. They're different. Like what? The batter?
I think it's just a quality fish and chips.
All right, fair enough. Ronto wrap.
Okay. Sabrina?
Ronto wrap.
Rob?
You know I love the Rose and Crown, but I'm picking the Ronto wrap.
This is tough because I like the Ronto wrap, but often I get it here and I realize, oh, it's bad here. And then I go to Disneyland, I was like, oh yeah, they cook them right here. Especially the breakfast one, because we just have the like microwaved egg patty.
Yeah.
On the Florida one, the Disneyland breakfast Ronto wrap, I will wake up early for specifically to go get. And because ours is so bad, and this is a Disney World tournament, I'm gonna take the fish and chips, which I think is consistently good. People really love it. They line up for it for a while. I'm voting for fish and chips. The chat likes the Ronto wrap, though. I'm kind of surprised. So 5-2 Ronto wrap. All right, next up, the tachos from Woody's Lunchbox. And then they're up against the number 3 seed, the Mickey Waffle. Desi.
I actually like both of these, but I feel like if somebody is coming to Disney and they haven't been and they want to try something, they always go with the Mickey Waffle. It's iconic. I'm sorry. I gotta go.
I love the defeated look on Eric and Jill every time someone says it, and they just go,
I gotta go with the Mickey Waffle.
You're too sober over there.
Allison?
I don't really care for either of these either, but I'll do Mickey Waffle. Let's go for the waffle.
I'm going to take the Mickey Waffle because Woody's Lunchbox is an abomination. People just eat on the floor, and I hate it.
Literally before the show, I said, I can't believe tachos made the list. And you said,
People
I
like
like them.
They're good. That doesn't, I had them like 3 times when it opened, and then since then, it's like, you got to wait 2 hours for a mobile order window. Like, I'm not waiting that long, forget it. So they're not good enough to do that, right? I think, let's talk about Mickey Waffles for a second, shall we? Like, at buffets, the tiny ones, I always felt like I had to get one just because it was a Mickey Waffle. I never thought they were particularly good, but I was like, I'll get one, it's fine. Then, went to Japan, Great American Waffle Company. People wait like 30 minutes outside. I was like, what is this? Why? Then I was like, oh my God, I finally get it. I finally get what a Mickey, the full size are better. And then we started selling the full size at like Sleepy Hollow and stuff. You gotta get the big one, the big Mickey Waffles, and the places that make them actually make them well. So yeah, Mickey Waffle. Thank you, Rob, for the musical accompaniment. Nick.
I mean, these are both phenomenal. I also think that tachos, I feel like there's better versions of them at other places. Don't they still have them? Or maybe they don't, but they've occasionally at least had them at different places across Walt Disney World. But I'm gonna have to go with the Mickey Waffle, just because that version of the tachos I don't think is that great.
Okay. Sabrina?
Mickey Waffle.
Rob?
I like Mickey Waffles.
And the chat absolutely picked Mickey Waffle. 7-0. All right, let's send it back to Eric and Jill.
Jill, that was an incredible round. I feel like fish and chips, I think that's a food that a lot of people eat when they've been drinking too much. Like,
I don't know if I can verify that or not.
But I think, like, if you're in England, I think that, like, having spent a lot of time drunk in England, it's a lot of kebabs, not as much of the fish and chips.
Wow. That's what the UK pavilion needs, is a kebab shop. A+ on that call. Let's call up, somebody.
Plymouth, England, I miss you. Dole Whip, convincing victory over Parker House Rolls, but I want to send my thoughts to the people at Ale and Compass because they do a good job.
They treat
Heather
us
in
well.
particular, Heather, one of the bartenders there.
Shout out to Heather.
Shout out to Heather. The next was
hooked us up on many an occasion.
The cheeseburger spring roll beat the cream cheese pretzel, which is, let's face it, just you can get that at Wawa or
It's
any
probably
theme park, probably
sold by the
Gatorland.
exact same like food manufacturing company as the ones from Wawa.
Ronto wrap beat the fish and chips,
Gotta love a good Ronto wrap.
and a Mickey waffle defeated the tachos.
It is the best Mickey-shaped food you can buy.
Jill, one more food that you wish was in the bracket that is not. Something that you feel like we missed on.
So I might go a smidge fancy again, and I'm gonna shout out the homemade, like in-house made ricotta at Topolino. They serve it with their house, like fresh baked bread, and it's, oh God, if you like cheese, totally check out the ricotta appetizer at Topolino's. Love that stuff.
Every time you try to get in that gate, they'll tell you to go away.
They do. They're pretty harsh at Riviera.
I'm going to say this is a huge miss. And it's on the bar and lounge menu only, I think, at Cali Grill right now.
Yeah, because
Go
they
to
do
California Grill.
the price fix menu now, so you can't get really a la carte
The
stuff
spicy
unless you
short
sit at the
rib
bar.
wonton.
Which we had just the other day.
And you eat that and you'll wonder why it wasn't in this tournament.
It was stellar. Served with little slices of lotus root. You're going fancy too on this one. I like it.
All right, so
Let's round out the bracket.
we'll finish the starring rolls bracket. We have the zebra domes, which you can get at
Boma.
out of a refrigerator at the Mara or at Boma on the buffet, or prepackaged at a number of places.
Zawadi Trader.
What is it called?
Zawadi. over
I'm
at the
sorry,
other-
Zawadi, not
or
the Mara. of course.
Johari is the other
I'm
one.
so ridiculous. That's going against the grapefruit cake.
Yeah. The grapefruit cake, well known from Brown Derby.
Chico filet, which I haven't had because I can't afford to eat a Chico.
Oh, I cannot afford.
Against carrot cake cookie at Starbucks.
No, well, Starbucks now. It is now at Starbucks in Hollywood Studios, but it started out as at Charlie
Starring
Car
Rolls.
Cafe. It started out at
Writer's
Starring
Stop.
Rolls.
I was going to
That's
say,
I know, but we are not. We are
it
not
wasn't at-
evaluating these things.
It
based
wasn't
on
at
ratings.
Starring Rolls.
Stop.
Writer's Stop, and then Villains in Vogue, and then Trolley.
This whole competition is based on current stuff, so it's a Trolley Car Cafe.
You can still buy it at Charlie Car Cafe to this day.
Sometimes they call it something else, depending on if they need to for a seasonal
But it's
event.
basically a giant.
It's a
carrot
giant whoopie
cake,
pie.
cheesecake ice or cream cheese icing and another carrot cake like wedged together like a
the
sandwich,
size of
and
my
it will
face.
like both change. It will change your life from a health perspective badly, but from a joy perspective positively.
All right, and then on the other side there we have spicy honey crispy chicken.
From Nine Dragons at Epcot.
Nine Dragons. Yeah. We always like to say that when they were still reopening restaurants, they were going to combine with the beer garden in Germany and call it Nine Dragons. But no, it's now
Here's
some
what I'm going to
places
tell you.
reopened.
Good Chinese food is hard to find in the city of Orlando, and Nine Dragons does it better than most.
But it's also hard to find good Chinese food at Nine Dragons. Cheeseburger pods.
Oh, from Satuli Canteen.
Another Satuli
Big
Canteen
favorite.
offering.
Big favorite.
Tie-dye cheesecake from Pop Century.
I feel like this might, I don't know that cheesecake is everybody's gig, so it'll be interesting to see how this goes over with the panel.
And a sentimental favorite,
The Mickey Ice Cream Bar.
the old Mickey Ice Cream Bar.
The Mickey Ice Cream Bar.
It's not good, but sure does touch a spot in our hearts.
Everyone seems to have a real soft spot in their hearts. A
I
little
do.
melty chocolate on your finger spot in your heart for a
We
Mickey
used to
Ice
get
Cream Bar.
one of those, and then remember the It's a Kadoozy? It was like a weird twisty popsicle thing. You get one of each, and then you just share them back and forth. Pre-COVID, right? All right, let's take it down under the rotunda.
Let's see what they got to say.
Take it away, guys.
For the record, I have several soft spots in my heart, and they're all caused by Mickey Premium Ice Cream. We have Super Chat, so I want to catch up on these real quick. Andy Betts, $4.99, watching from England. You guys make insomnia fun. That should be our tagline, Nick. We'll be there next week. We look forward to seeing you.
Ask Andy if the fish and chips are any good at.
Disneyland Paris. Do you know what everyone from England comes and has? They get in line at like 10 in the morning at Toad Hall for fish and chips.
Wow.
Do you think they don't eat fish and chips when they come here? Because I bet they do. Because at Disneyland Paris, that whole line is me and all the British people every day. We got more? Any bets? $1.99 and not 1 penny more. Will you also buckle in a month? Will you then give us $18? Melissa Williams, Canadian $6.99. Yes, made it in time. You're still live. Love you guys. If you want to come back before the end of the 2 months, I don't mind. Aw. It's very kind, very sweet. You need something to do, Joe? Find a hobby.
It'll take a lot more than Canadian $7 to get us to come back early.
Oh, man. Andy Betts, $19.99. All right, $19.99 more. Nick, fish and chips are not the same in England or at the Rose and Crown. All right, I'm off to bed.
Thank you, Andy.
Wait, is that a vote for or against fish and chips?
It wouldn't help the fish and chips. It would still be losing, right? Yeah, it'd still be losing. Andy Betts did write for Rose and Crown. More grease, less fish, please. $1.99. C Division 3D, $7. Thank you, Eric. Those braised beef short rib wontons are the best. Jake, $9.99 fish and chips. See y'all at church.
Is that our Jake?
That is $1 or dollar. That's a point for fish and chips then. Do we count that? Is he voting for it? I'll take it then. Then we're tied.
No.
Fish and chips and Ronald Wrap are tied then, yeah.
No way.
For $20.
Yeah, that's 2 and then another 1.
I'm
that
not
makes
sure
it 5
that-
to 5.
$5.
I'm not sure that $20 was for.
I don't think it was too.
There's some discrepancy. Jake, can we see that $20 super chat again?
If anything, they were saying they're not the same in England.
Right.
They were
Yeah,
talking.
he's not. This is not a vote.
Not the same in
Or
England.
at the Rose and Crown.
Yeah.
This was different. Yeah, it's not. It's clearly not. So we're still.
Andy,
fish
if
and
it's a
chips still
vote,
down.
super chat us to clear this up.
If you just regular chat, we'll find
No.
it.
If you're still up.
Jake, take us back to, there we go. Oh, we're caught up, cool. Okay, so let's wrap this thing up.
Okay.
The zebra domes versus the grapefruit cake. I'm gonna start us off. There was literally someone's birthday, we special ordered the giant zebra dome cake, and it was life-changing. It was so life-changing that everyone that worked at the restaurant had to go see it. So everyone kept coming up, you're the ones that ordered it. People love zebra domes. I'm in that camp. I think they're fantastic. They're one of my favorite snacks in all of Walt Disney World. So zebra domes. Nick.
Grapefruit cake sounds disgusting. And I love grapefruit and I like cake, but that sounds disgusting together. Zebra dome.
Sabrina.
I'm actually gonna go grapefruit cake. It's actually really good.
No,
it's
is
got
it?
a
It's
nice.
an acquired taste.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I mean, if you like grapefruit, chances are you'll enjoy the grapefruit
Alright.
cake.
And it's a classic, right?
Yeah, and I mean it's a very tart cake.
Yeah.
They do add sugar onto like the pieces of grapefruit on the bottom. It's very similar to like a pineapple upside down ish. But it is an acquired taste.
This and the Cobb salad are the only 2 original attractions at Hollywood Studios still standing.
Aw.
Rob.
Prime time.
Zebra domes.
Allison.
Zebra domes.
Desi.
If this was the grapefruit cake martini, I'd probably go for that one.
That's
But I'm going with the zebra domes.
Zebra domes 5-1. The Jico full. Oh, we got to do the chat. Zebra domes in the chat too. There we go. 6-1.
Oh yeah.
12 seed the Jico Filet up against the number 5 seed the Carrot Cake Cookie, currently from Trolley Car Cafe. But it's been around. It's been around the block.
Yeah.
Allison.
I'm not sure. I'm gonna vote for the carrot cake cookie, I think.
Yes.
Desi.
I think the carrot cake cookie is delicious, and you can get a filet anywhere. I can't think of anywhere else you can get a carrot cake cookie.
It's fair. Nick.
Carrot cake cookie. It's delicious.
Yes.
Joe, be quiet. Sabrina.
Carrot cake cookie. It's one of my absolute favorites. Carrot cake in general is one of my tops, and
Yeah.
I used to tell people to go down to Ryder's Stop all the time to go and get it.
I had the carrot cake beer today. It was really good.
Really?
Yes. It's delicious.
Rob.
I'm taking the steak. You can all eat your cookies.
In defense of the Jico Filet with the mac and cheese, they attempted to take it off the menu. and people protest.
Yeah.
Not on the internet, just in person enough
Yeah.
to where it had to come back. And now it's a thing they will not touch.
I think
It's
the same
very good. It is. I've had it. It's delicious
Yeah.
with the mac and cheese. But
That being said, the carrot cake cookie is up there with Figment in my church. Those are the symbols of my religion, are Figment and the carrot cake cookie. So I'm going with the carrot cake cookie. It's one of the stations of original Hollywood studios. And the chat, what did the chat say? The chat thinks carrot cake cookie as well. 6-1. Our whole show is sacrilegious. It's fine. Moving on. The number 8 seed, the spicy honey crispy chicken from 9 dragons, sometimes 10 dragons. And the cheeseburger pods from Satuli Canteen Animal Kingdom. Rob, I have a feeling I know which way you're going to go, so let's start with you.
Yeah, you know. Listen, the chicken's delicious. There's nothing against it. I love the cheeseburger pods, though. You go, that's probably the food I get the most at Animal Kingdom. So cheeseburger pods.
Sabrina.
cheeseburger pods.
Nick.
This is one of those times where I think the dish that you could get like in a lot of places, like the crispy honey chicken, is better at this restaurant than I can get at other Chinese restaurants. And I love that dish so much. So I'm going to go with the spicy honey crispy chicken.
It's time. It's story time. So back in the day, a lot of you remember our good late friend Josh. Obviously, Josh and I would go every week to many Disney World restaurants. We'd go do reviews. When that's kind of your job, it could get a bit tiresome trying. Back in that time, there was like new cupcakes every day. We had to eat a cupcake every day. All that park food. There was one place we would go that was not work-related on Disney property. That was our like escape. Like the one place that we could have a meal that we felt we didn't have to review, and we'd have it over and over again, and it was the spicy honey crispy chicken. That was where we went to not eat, to review and work, but for fun. And it was this dish that was the reason we would always go there. So I have to vote for the spicy honey crispy chicken. Desi.
At Satuli, I always get the bowl.
Yeah.
My kids always get the cheeseburger pods. I'll have a bite, but personally, I'll go with the spicy honey crispy chicken.
Allison.
I don't really like the cheeseburger pods. Question: how spicy is the spicy honey chicken?
To quote the server, you can pick 1 pepper or 2 pepper.
Can you pick 0 pepper?
No, that's the regular. That's the regular honey chicken. That's a different dish. But you pick 1 spicy pepper or 2 spicy pepper.
One spicy.
1 spicy pepper.
I put the honey chicken.
Okay.
1 pepper.
It's a real conversation you'll have in that restaurant. I love them there. The servers are super nice. And the chat, they went cheeseburger pods, but it is 4-3 for the spicy honey crispy chicken. Our final matchup, I think we can make this one quick, ladies and gentlemen. The tie-dye cheesecake at Pop Century versus the Mickey Premium Ice Cream Bar. Let's do this, Allison.
Ice cream.
Desi.
Ice cream.
Nick.
Ice cream.
Sabrina.
Ice cream.
Rob.
Lucas, do you like the ice cream bar? It's ice cream. Ice cream is the answer.
Ice cream. Do we need them to vote? Hold it. Whack.
Oh,
It's going crazy.
Is it?
What?
That's not correct.
No, I don't think they've had really time
Let's
to.
give it a second. We were too
Yeah,
fast.
we voted fast.
We
Yeah.
were way too fast.
I bet Miss Allison votes for the pods because the chicken is spicy.
I would be surprised if
Neko.
even 15% of the chat has tried the cheesecake.
It was a pretty iconic. There's a pin of it. There's a pin of Chippendale with this cheesecake. It exists. So it was at one point considered a fairly iconic dish. Mickey Ice Cream Bar wins.
All right.
Let's check the super chats. I see those lights going.
heard
We
you,
must
but now I'm
have some.
empty.
What was that?
I said I heard you, but now you made me empty.
No,
Wait.
Andy said fish and chips.
Was that a new one? No,
Yeah.
that's.
$1.99.
Is that?
Oh, no, because he had voted before.
Is he the one that left
But
with
he's the
20?
one that
we
left
were
the 20.
questioning.
So it is. So we're gonna put those two on there then.
He was the one that we didn't know.
So that is tied. Fish and chips and Rano Wrap are tied then.
Not anymore.
Living the
It's
dream
not.
though for the Rano Wrap. That pulls ahead again. You know.
What? Who?
Two
Ronald
more.
Rapp's ahead by 1. That's all I know.
Yeah, Ronald Rapp's ahead by 1.
It's 6-5.
Yeah, fish and chips.
Wait,
was
that's
that
the
one
same.
we already
That's the old
saw.
one.
That was the old one.
That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you're counting.
So that
okay.
added 2. That brought it to 5. That brought it to 4. And then the 1. Oh no, maybe you're right. Maybe it is 6-6.
What?
Because Jake's was there too.
Right, but then there was another
already
Ronto
four.
Rap.
Yeah, I thought we counted his already.
And then we just got another Ronto Rap.
No, it's 6-5, right?
Ronto Rap is up
Ronto
by
Rap,
1.
I think so. Should be ahead.
I think it's 6-5 Ronald Rap, yeah. Okay, next. That's it. Okay, cool. So we still have a tie, I think, somewhere up here?
I think the coconut Dole Whip and the chicken waffle
Yeah,
sandwich
that's-
are
Yeah,
still tied.
coconut Dole Whip. So the fried herb cheese lost
Okay.
eventually. Yeah, the waffle sandwich and the Dole Whip are still tied. I'm going to let Eric and Jill solve this one. I'm going to regret this.
What if it's a tie again?
From Sleepy Hollow versus the coconut Dole Whip. Which is better, Eric? What do you think? What if you vote one thing and I vote the other and then it's still a tie?
You know what we'll do?
Should we flip a coin?
Let's flip a coin.
No.
I think some of the
I think-
super
I
chats.
think you should both write down on a piece of paper
Yeah. We'll write down
what
a
you're
piece
going to
of
pick
paper
and then reveal it and see if you match.
I think some of the super chats were $9.99 versus
All right.
$10. So we.
Well, let it slide.
All right, you ready?
1, 2.
1 cent. can be a
Chicken
big
waffle
deal.
sandwich.
Chicken waffle sandwich.
Oh!
We fixed it.
I can't believe my coconut Dole Whip's already out of this.
I mean, I love.
Did any Dole Whips make it?
You
I've
can
like-
only have
No.
6 Dole Whips in the competition.
They're all gone.
None of them made it. No, the regular.
The
Dole
Did
OG
it?
Dole Whip
Yeah, the
beat the
OG.
Parker
Regular
House
Dole Whip
roll.
still
Oh, it
Oh, yeah,
did
it
beat
did.
the rolls. Yeah.
Jill, that was an incredible round. The
there's-
zebra
It
was
domes,
crazy.
which are manufactured somewhere in Kissimmee, I think,
And like 7 pretzels.
are through over the grapefruit cake. The carrot cake cookie, a much bigger favorite than I thought.
I mean, it's stellar. If you haven't had it, you need to go out and get it.
Also, if Tom is starting a religion with based on Figment and carrot cake cookie, I will go door to door and harass people on my off times. What is the name of this religion, Tom?
It's like instead of like it's communion, right? Like
Right. You
It's-
break carrot cake with them.
yeah.
I don't know the rest of the beliefs. I don't need to. I'm in.
In Catholicism, the communion wafer tastes like garbage. In Tom's religion, it tastes like a carrot cake cookie.
Oh, it's very good.
We'll
I think
serve it
you're
the
onto
same
something
way.
here. You got a great mascot.
Yeah.
It's not too.
The body,
Let's not get into like
Yeah.
a weird
the
figment.
body
on the
of Roger
thing.
Rabbit.
The body of. Okay, now I'm having like exorcist.
Spicy honey
Flat-
crispy
yeah, no.
chicken beat the cheeseburger pods, and the Mickey ice cream bar, a 1 seed. Defeats the
mean,
tie-dye cheesecake
I think
pop
it-
that I can only assume Tom had the one time he stayed at a Value Resort.
That one time that he
still live in a
prefers not to
Value
talk
Resort.
about. Yeah, there were some really big winners. Obviously, things like the Mickey ice cream sandwich and the Dole Whip are moving on to the next round. That's probably not terribly surprising to anyone. But then we had some upsets. Did you know, Eric, in this first round of the tournament, 3 out of 4 11 seeds upset the 6 seeds.
That's
We
incredible.
Had the Lumpia, the Nutella waffle, and the Ronto Wrap were all big upsets in this first round.
You know what's got me fired up is eventually we're on a collision course of savory versus sweet stuff.
Yeah, that's going to be what the real debates come
And
to.
these things, at this point, you can't think as a human being of what's better and what's not. It's what you're hungry for, right?
It's what do you feel like?
I've had the best steak in the world, but the next day I wanted maybe some ice cream,
Yeah.
right? So I guess we'll see.
It's
All right.
what, yeah.
The graphics team has been really pouring their hearts into this.
Yeah.
And we're going to go over what the matchups will be next week on the show. First off, we're going to have Sanaa bread service going against the pork nachos.
I feel like that might be an easy one, but this next one, Eric, the strawberry shortcake versus the Germany pretzel, I think it's going to come out next week that Lucas actually loves the Germany pretzel.
I love Germany at Epcot, and I've eaten that pretzel a lot, and I have never eaten
I've
that
shared it
pretzel
with
and been
you.
like, that was really damn good.
I've
Never.
shared it
But
with you many a
I still
time.
eat it every time.
And yet, it's exactly what you want every time.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Then we move on We have the Ohana bread pudding.
Oh.
Against the Pongu Lumpia.
Oh, two sort of Polynesian kind of vibes going on there.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know. I don't think
we're gonna have to have Moana come settle this one. Maybe.
I don't know if this is gonna be a hard one though when it comes down to it.
Nope, the No Way Jose is gonna go against the Gideon's cookie.
Ice cream versus Nick's favorite cookie.
Peanut butter versus chocolate.
Yeah.
It's
like
a
classic
remember when those
mashup.
two brothers had different factories? Okay, never mind. The hummus fries are going up against the beer cheese soup.
I don't know that that's a tough one. These two, I feel like these two matchups are not.
Is this the only
the top
remaining
seed is
food that involves alcohol?
Oh, is it the PB&J milkshake?
No, the beer cheese soup.
Oh, because it's got, well, they cook it off though, so it doesn't really count.
Okay, then we have the Nutella waffle.
I think these are easy calls.
And the PB&J milkshake.
We'll see what happens, but to
We'll
me,
see
easy calls.
what happens. That's why we're here.
Yeah.
All
What's
right, what do we
coming
have
up
after
next?
that?
We got beignets versus the Satuli Bowl. The Satuli Bowl, which was involved in a fierce Super Chat competition as we closed out the tournament today. But Satuli Bowl came out, and now it's facing off against the Mickey Beignets from Port Orleans. And then we've got coconut Dole Whip versus the Ohana
That
noodles.
is not. That is
No,
incorrect.
the waffle.
Oh.
It will be the chicken waffle sandwich.
You guys
right,
decided that.
Yeah, we did.
Against the graphics team is just, we're overwhelming them with information right now. There's all kinds of information coming across the wire. It's going to be the chicken
Do you have an
waffle
earpiece in?
sandwich
Nobody
against the Ohana noodles.
Did you get an
So I don't think it
earpiece?
matters which one.
No,
it is.
that's just the bronchitis giving him an ear infection.
You're
Look,
right up there.
I sang with bronchitis last week.
He's trying really hard.
I'm editor
We're
in the
losing
morning.
him. We're losing him.
He's the Joe Cocker of this show.
I'm editor in the morning. That should be hilarious. Check out WDWNT.com around 9 a.m. See what I'm crapping out.
Breaking carrot cake cookie, something just like.
Now I was at Hollywood Studios today, and I'm super regretting not picking up a carrot cake cookie.
All right, moving on.
Our
Now.
next matchups.
Oh, the Cobb salad against the Cheshire Cat tail.
Again, here we're back down to savory versus sweet. And the next bracket, the hoop fried chicken versus the ooey gooey toffee cake from Liberty Tree. Savory versus sweet.
Those
we're
are
gonna,
two important dishes. Two important dishes that have been here a long time going against one another.
It's a good thing I have a little bit of bourbon left, just in case. Then we've got the Gobi Manchurian, which was a pretty big upset, versus the caramel corn, which we now know is the treat that we do better than Disneyland. And then we've got Tonga Toast from the Polynesian up against the kitchen sink from Beaches and Cream.
Oh, wow, that's going to be a bloodbath.
That's actually kind of, savory versus sweet, and then kind of sweet versus sweet. I don't know. Kitchen sink, I don't know that blood is no, we won't go there. Okay, then we've got the Dole Whip, the classic Dole Whip versus those cheeseburger spring rolls from the spring roll cart in Adventureland, which I kind of love. This is a tough one for me. And interestingly, two treats that are available like literally 50 feet away from each other.
That is going to be a battle. And then Ronto wraps against the Mickey waffle.
Oh, that's tough.
But we did move the goal line there a little bit.
We did. We called
We started
out
with Mickey waffles, and then we turned into like
the
jumbo
full-size
Mickey waffles. I don't know
we got
what's going
talking
on
about
anymore.
Mickey waffles from Tokyo Disney, and I
Yeah,
don't know
we
how
got
that
the
factors
Japanese
in.
involved in this whole thing. I don't know if it's the the regular Mickey waffle that most people have or the giant one.
I'm gonna predict right now that
Is it just any waffle that's shaped vaguely like Mickey Mouse?
I'm gonna predict right now that the food that wins this competition is actually going to be chocolate crunch.
All right, we have the
Three
zebra
people got
domes.
that.
It's going up against the carrot cake cookie. That's going to
Oh,
be
that's a tough one.
that's going to be a bare knuckle brawl.
That might be the most heated conflict that we've got in the next round.
And last, but certainly not least, in the most savory versus the most sweet,
Indeed.
we will have the spicy honey crispy chicken
From Nine Dragons.
from 9 Dragons
Indeed.
against the Mickey ice cream
which you can get almost anywhere and yet never actually do.
I actually didn't ask for clarification.
No.
Is this the Mickey ice cream bar or the Mickey?
It is. It's the
on a
Mickey
stick?
Premium Bar. It's the Mickey
Bar,
Premium
okay.
Bar. Yeah, I think when
Doesn't matter.
we made the decisions, the ice cream sandwich got the boot. It is that Mickey Premium Bar on the wooden stick that I only ever
Well,
eat
there
when
you
someone
have
else
it.
gives it to me.
We are in for one heck of a
Oh,
show
and
this
look
week.
at this, ladies and gentlemen. The winner of the competition is making an early debut on the show.
It's Choco Crunch.
Tom's got some Choco
A
Crunch
one
right
half
now.
seed.
This is what I do after the show every week.
After.
Sometimes during, sometimes
Well,
before. Never say no to Choco Crunch.
Mm-hmm.
Tom's super generous about it because he's going back to Tokyo soon and can
I can
replenish his
restock
stock.
soon.
He's like, this is like expired from 5 years ago. Clean out my old stock so I can get fresh stuff.
It's okay. I only have to run the company for 3 weeks while he's gone.
Throw that to Rob.
All the people that say I hate Eric Morton are going to love News Today.
What was that,
Indeed.
Nick? They're
It's
good,
so
right?
good, right?
No one understands until they have them, man.
It's so good.
They're so, and they come in different flavors. There's strawberry, white chocolate. They've had all sorts of weird flavors. They're great.
Like the Dole Whips, I think you have to split all those apart, make them separate one seeds and all their own brackets. all the flavors.
There's been
They
enough
have
flavors where
matcha
we could have a tournament of just choco.
A Choco Crunch tournament.
Yeah.
Great. It's you and Spencer as
Chocolate
the panel.
crunch.
Wow. That's really good.
They're good, folks.
Well, ladies and gentlemen,
We send it to Tom.
to wrap up
Who,
tonight.
as you can tell from his podium, is just another panelist on equal footing with everyone on the stage.
His vote is only counts as much as anyone else's.
You know, that room big enough for the two of your egos? Anyway.
Our egos fit into Eric's kitchen quite nicely. Thank you
Look
very
at all
much.
that floor space.
They're buffered well. They're buffered well by all of the lovely cheese and vegetable plates.
Look at the
that Lee
money
serves
we
us.
spent on this studio this year.
I
Look
know,
at that.
right?
Mine looks
It's huge.
So much room for
Mine
activities.
looks like shit.
We could have an entire ECV race in this studio. Look at all the space we've got. We could play.
Moana can come dance.
We could play Tony Party in here. So many things we could do. We could make we could build.
Why are
our
you guys in
entire
the
map
room
game
from
on
the end of She-Hulk? Anyway, we have a post show, believe it or not, that's coming. It's March Madness, this always happens. And remember, kids, bread service is love, bread service is life. Good night. I have more chocolate.
You just thought that your dinner was something to do. We're your dinner and we have our own point of view. Oh, baby, don't say no, don't say maybe. Gotta choose right, gotta use your head in the kitchen. Eating right is easy. Choose before you chew. We're waiting in the kitchen. We're waiting in the kitchen for you.